everybody. Thank you all for being here. Please hit that like button on your way in the building. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a swamp talk with Louisiana Chick. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Bishop Bling Bishop Whitehead. If you haven't already heard, Bishop Whitehead was found guilty on 5 charges. We're also going to discuss the Dolton Mayor Tiffany Hilliard, or the Nightmare Mayor, as I call her, because this woman is absolutely horrible. We're going to be discussing a lot more that's going on. Drama in these YouTube streets. Whatever, I feel like talking about for this, however long I feel like talking about it. That's what we're going to do. Let's get into it. Hey, Braylon. Man, I love Braylon so much. Y'all just don't know. If there is nobody else in here, my boy Braylon gonna be here. He is a big supporter. He supports me, not only me, but so many other content creators. I absolutely love Braylon. So don't come for my boy. Don't come for it. I started being go gun ho on him. What I heard him saying something about Braylon, because Braylon he's passionate about people he loves, and I understand that. But like I said, he is super, super, super supportive, and I really appreciate and love him. And if you're not subscribed to Braylon Lee, go on over there to his YouTube channel, Braylon Lee. He is a great content creator. You're gonna guarantee to have a good time. All of his content is very insightful, well put together. I love it. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of this stuff that I wanted to talk about today. I think we're gonna start with Bishop Whitehead first, okay? Because the bishop messed around and fucked around and found out. He fucked around and found out. Oh, you ain't supposed to laugh at nobody's misfortune. You're not. But the bishop was doing way too much. And in doing too much, sometimes I wonder if people that are saying they're called to preach are true believers themselves. Because, like I said, they act as though God and people like Bishop Whitehead, TD Jakes, daughter and stuff. Those are the type of people that discourage people from wanting to come in to the church. When you have people in the church that are just as just as corrupt or even more corrupt than people in the street. And it saddens me because I grew up in the church or whatever, and I remember a time where you had to have your lifestyle in order to even become a deacon, a deaconess, Sunday school. You had to have your life in order. And these days, anybody that want to go preach, they can preach. Anybody living any old kind of way can go hold a position in the church. And in my opinion, that's just not right. That discourages people that are in the world from wanting to come into the church because they you act in some a sort of way, and you're supposed to be a minister, a choir member, a deacon, or a deaconess, but you living any old kind of way that they see you doing it. So who's gonna want to come in from the wilderness and join your flock? Nobody. So I things like that just really discouraging, you know, and it's just sad. It's really sad. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, I'm about to play a video. It is from Poetic Flacco. If you're not subscribed to his channel, please go on over and subscribe to his channel. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear it. It's still
was boastful, braggadocious. Like, the dude made a church full of 48, I guess, official members, but only about 10 of them can show up on a given Sunday. But this dude somehow was Royce and had a mansion. He wasn't shy about showing off his wealth. What y'all say? But this is straight Pookie behavior. He recorded himself at the Louis store walking out with bags. Like, why are you a pastor and this boastful and braggadocious, bro? Like, why are you this outside perspective? Didn't know at the time, but him being boastful and braggadocious was the least of our worries when dealing with Bishop Lamar Whitehead. Now, a lot of people were wondering and pressing the issue of trying to know where is his wealth coming from. Dude doesn't own a big church. Like, he's not receiving enough donations to be living in a $4.5 million mansion and have, $500,000 cars. Where is his wealth coming from? Well,
Hmm.
the next debacle for Bishop Lamar Whitehead, which are civil lawsuits, would expose exactly where his money is coming from, and it wasn't coming from an ethical place. An elderly lady called Pauline, who became a new member of Bishop Lamar's church, would expose him. You see, she was only in his church for about 4 months before he would approach her with, in hindsight, what would be a scam.
And him. 4 months after joining the church, Pauline underwent a major surgery and received a get well soon phone call from the pastor. Just a few months later.
Hi, Sunshine Rays. Thank you so much for being here. It's good seeing you too, my love. Come on in and join the party.
Score had taken some hits over the years, and she was turned down by every lender she approached. Despite having a deposit saved, she was never able to secure a loan. Enter her savior, Lamore Whitehead. Lamore told her about his experience with mortgage broking and offered her a solution to her credit problem. In exchange for her deposit, he would buy a home in her name through his company, Lamore Whitehead, Inc. Lamore assured Pauline that her deposit would cover the house and any repairs it needed, and would also leave a little bit left over, which he would return to her with some interest.
His initial proposal to her was confusing and should have alerted a lot of red flags. He promised her that he would return her some of the money with interest, but why would he need to give her interest if he was only using her money to purchase a home? But she didn't catch the red flag because she was really desperate. She wanted a home and didn't have the credit to purchase a home. But she had a
See, this is what I'm talking about. When I say that people that hold positions in churches, especially preachers, ministers, deacons, deaconesses, in my opinion, those people hold positions in churches. They discourage the outside world when they, don't live a life that is of God. And this shows you what type of person Bishop Bling, Bishop Whitehead is. How dare you? Most people work all their life, save up a little bit of money to buy a home or whatever. This woman done gave you all her life earnings that she was putting towards a home. And you taking upon yourself, a good Christian, to take her money. Just mess all over. That's shitty. That's shitty. And his ass gonna bust hell with gasoline drawers on. You mark my word. That's what I be talking about. That's that bullshit.
do so. And to Lamar White, prey people who are in a bad spot. And they prey on the vulnerable and the desperate, which would appear to be what he did.
Pauline had no job after having surgery, and the deposit was everything she had to her name, including her retirement fund. Although Lamore had helped her son,
Damn shame.
she was still cautious of doing business with the bishop. To put her worries to rest, Lamore offered her a $100 monthly stipend, which she would pay until she moved into her new home. That promise did the trick. On the 30th of November 2020, Pauline wrote a check to Lamore's business for $90,000.
Oh my God.
For 6 months, Pauline never received a single $100 monthly stipend,
Lord, I want you to help me. Oh my God. This woman gave him $90,000. Oh my God. Oh my God.
New home despite constantly contacting Lamore for an update. Every time she did manage to get through to him, he would tell her he was too busy with his campaign running for Brooklyn Borough President. Mid 2021, Pauline suspected that there was never going to be any house.
This is some really bold stuff from this dude. He scammed her 4 months after she joined his church. That's insane. Now, he was moving and ignoring her as if she didn't know where his church was or as if she didn't know people who were in the congregation. It's as if he was dependent on her being bedridden and super sick and ill and too tired to chase around, him for her deposit. Now, here's the thing, right? So while he's ignoring her, though, the dude is purchasing other homes. Now, her son has done business in the past. He accidentally forwarded her son some documents that shows that he just put down a huge deposit on a $4 million home. That deposit could cover the money that he owed Miss Pauline.
But she knew for sure this was the case when her son received an interesting email from Lamore. Pauline had been introduced to Lamore by her son Rashid. Rashid had supported his mom in investing in Lamore's company, but when he realized Pauline was being scammed, he was the one who attempted to convince Lamore to give the money back. Rashid repeatedly texted and emailed Lamore until one day he got a reply, but it wasn't the reply he expected. Lamore had accidentally sent an email regarding a down payment on a $4.5 million home in Saddle River to Rashid. The email outlined some details about the down payment on the home. The amount discussed would have been more than enough to repay his mother's investment. But when he told Lamore about the email and demanded that he return Pauline's money, he received a text from Lamore that said, quote, "I'm in awe. The devil is using you. However, I knew it was coming. Now beware."
Now he done took this. Oh my God. Now he done took this woman retirement money. $90,000. Oh my God. Oh child. Oh my God. $90,000. This woman saved up her retirement and everything. This fool done took her $90,000. The woman thought she was getting a house. And baby, he done fucked up the church's money. Baby, do you tell man? See, this what I be talking about. This is what I be talking about right here. I can't stand this. Gonna took from that woman. That woman done worked all her life. Dry her all her money or whatever, thinking she finna pay for a house, and baby, you don't that woman over. See, that's what I be talking about. People are quick to say, no violence, no violence. Fuck it. Not me. Baby, it couldn't have been $9,000 of my money, baby. I'm coming to see you. I promise you that. You gonna up my money. You gonna up my money. So, baby, by any means necessary. I don't care where you got to go, what you got to do. If you got to go on 3rd corner on 3rd Street, baby, you gonna up my money. And that's man, I swear, couldn't have been nothing to me. I mean that.
To you. And for the record, anything that was given to me is a donation unless it's attached to a contract. I was making investments. That's what I do.
This scumbag is not telling Pauline's son that Pauline gave him a donation and it wasn't an investment, which is clearly a lie.
Gave him a $90,000 donation. Boy. Hell is waiting on him.
But he was pretty much playing with this family and playing with Pauline, and he forced him to suing.
In 2021, a federal lawsuit was filed against Lamore Whitehead for his part in fleecing Pauline of her life savings. But it wasn't only Pauline that he had taken advantage of. The lawsuit
Oh,
also
Lord.
indicted Lamore on charges of using force to try and get a businessman to pay him $5,000. Lamore also attempted to get the same $500,000 and give him a stake in high-end real estate transactions.
So not only did he scam Miss Pauline out of $90,000, but he tried to extort a businessman by the name of Brandon out of like $500,000 and other perks and privileges. So they sued Bishop Lamar Whitehead for fraud. Now, here's the thing. After they filed a civil suit, the civil suit wasn't even concluded. But apparently the feds seen enough the way they say, yeah, bro, you want some evidence, bro. And they filed a criminal indictment with Bishop Lamar Whitehead.
Brooklyn pastor who made headlines when he was robbed of expensive jewelry during a live-streamed church service has been indicted on federal charges.
Among the allegations against Lamore Whitehead, that he scammed a parishioner out of $90,000. And as CBS 2's Christina Fan reports, this isn't his first time in trouble with the law. A normally flashy Bishop Lamore Whitehead was silent outside federal court as his attorney denied all fraud allegations against him. The Brooklyn pastor, known for delivering sermons in designer suits and lavish jewels at Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, is being accused by federal prosecutors of obtaining part of his wealth illegally. Bishop Lamore Whitehead is not guilty of these charges. We are vigorously going to defend these accusations. According to an
Lord, we knew that lie all year. The lie all year, baby.
He allegedly convinced a parishioner to invest $90,000 of her retirement savings with him, but spent it all on himself. He is also accused of extorting a businessman of $5,000 and convincing the victim to lend him $500,000 more.
Oh my God. Now look. Okay.
From the city government, which Whitehead knew he could.
Let me tell you something, baby. How do this man try to get you out of Lord have mercy? Lord have mercy. Now you done he convinced the man to give him $500,000. This man that oh my God, Jesus. Lord have mercy. See, I can't. Oh man. Whew. My God. Oh my God.
Not obtain.
Close friendship with Mayor Harry Adams, the mayor of New York. So he will leverage their relationship to get money out of people and promising them favors from the city government that he wouldn't deliver on because he was just lying to say whatever to extract money from out of people. And that caught up with him.
The bishop was arrested Monday morning and pleaded not guilty in court before he was released on a $500,000 bond.
After his church took a really big hit, he will claim that he lost about 95% of his members due to the false claims from the media. Now, he will go ahead and try to do damage control, but even in his interview after being indicted, he couldn't answer basic questions. So they will ask him, where did your money come from? He will say his money came from real estate.
What I think about the fact that you have access to of dollars in clothing, when you're at your home, you have the life of a multi-millionaire. Where do you get your money from?
Well,
And see, these people that he keep bullshitting, that he done bullshit, y'all gotta accept some responsibility in this. You don't never trust a man with no putting that much damn Vaseline on his top lip. I don't care. You just don't. Y'all done gave this man y'all lifesaver. Oh, Jesus, fix it. Take me to the king. Man, because I think he would have been going to the king or somebody. He would have been going, man. And then just with no conscience. No conscience at all taking these people money. Don't care. But that's the church of this time. The Bible say beware of false prophets. They gonna learn and they gonna learn.
Also, like what? Like what? Though? Give me some specifics. Give me some specifics, bro. What? Real estate. When we say real estate, you mean properties? You mean you're renting? Real estate is multifaceted. You flip properties, which I do. Rentals, which I do.
Bullshit is what you do.
Public record, can somebody go online and see that you own real estate? And he will say, yeah, do my corporations. They ask, okay, what are your corporations? And he will say he doesn't want to give that answer.
When people check the public record, they'll be able to see that you buy and own property, commercial or residential. They'll be able to see that you flip property. They'll be able to see that you have it. This is transparent, fully accessible to the public. However, you have to understand that when you buy investment property, you don't buy it under your name, you buy it in corporation. So, again, unless you know, who what corporation you're in, I'm already being
Right.
Like, y'all really expect her who behaves like a rapper to be on the up and pertains to his fraud charges. You respond back by saying that you were set up.
you were also charged in December 2022 with fraud, extortion, and false statements, and then also, and that's public records, brother. And I really don't want to get into that. As per my guidance, I really can't tap into, and all can tap into the case. But what I can tap into is that I was set up. That's what I can tap into. Well, you New York set it up. It's a clear statement. Brandon Belmonte, and he went to the federal agents, the feds, and told them nothing but lies about myself and the mayor. And I need y'all to understand that this is not really about Mr. Whitehead. This is all political, and it's just to take down our second black of New York City. He knew that was my mentor. He said that the mayor of New York is trying to extort him.
See, I can't stand a motherfucker. Baby, I can't stand nobody that can't accept responsibility. Dude, it was you. It was you. You did it all yourself. Now, you being targeted because you cool with mayor, this and that. Man, come on. You being targeted because your ugly ass did it. Scamming them people out of their life savings. Them people thinking they gonna get a house built and all this stuff. And you doing this with no conscience. But you a man of God. That's why I be talking about they'll ordain anybody these days. It don't matter. You say that you call the preach, oh, they gonna ordain you, all that stuff. Then you look what they ordain. He a whole bishop. Scamming these people out of their life earnings. And then using scriptures and God to justify him doing wrong. Man, that shit pisses me off on so many levels. Like, pisses me off. I'm so serious. I can't stand that type of shit. Now he going to jail. What about them people money? They can't get it out of them damn clothes you done bought from Ellie Bye. Shit.
And told them a lie about the mayor of New York. And the feds picked it up. They believed his lies.
So you thought you could plug to the mayor, and you thought you could wait into favors from the city, but Mayor Eric Adams isn't really as corrupt as Bishop Lamar. So Bishop Lamar is the corrupt one. He was just being mentored by Mayor Eric Adams. So Brandon thought he could buy himself favor But Lamar was just taking the money and keeping Brandon on skates. Eventually, Brandon told the FBI, "Yo, bro, like I'm extorted by Mayor Adams," but he thought that Bishop Lamar was in the woods when
Oh
in
my
fact it
God.
was just Bishop Lamar taking his money. So
Oh
that's
my
why
God.
Mayor Adams
Lame.
to play. But this is not no witch hunt against me. It's just a misunderstanding. Bishop Lamar was taking money under the guise of he's going to orchestrate our dude with some cash. Now, Bishop Lamar was real confident that he was going to be found guilty. He says he was innocent, but his confidence came to an end when he was found guilty on all charges yesterday.
Whitehead facing decades in prison after a jury convicted him today of several charges, including
And I don't have no
extortion.
sympathy for him.
Prosecutors say he ripped off a person's retirement savings, and tonight her family is speaking for the first time to News 4's Chris Jose. It's been an emotional roller coaster for the past 4 years. Rashid Anderson relieved tonight following the conviction of Lamar Whitehead, better known as the Bling Bishop, for his lavish lifestyle. A Manhattan federal jury today finding
It's
Whitehead
horrible.
guilty of defrauding a parishioner and trying to extort a businessman. It's been a long time coming, and we're very happy to see that the verdict was guilty today. Rashid's mother, Pauline Anderson, invested $90,000
Absolutely
retirement
horrible.
savings with Whitehead. Prosecutors said he spent the money on luxury goods at Louis Vuitton and Foot Locker, and even used Anderson's money to make his car payments. Rashid testified during the trial. You and your mother trusted this guy. Yeah, we trusted him a lot. Whitehead not commenting on his conviction, which also includes charges that he tried to force a Bronx businessman to lend him $500,000 while promising access to marijuana. Whitehead claimed he knows the mayor on a personal level. The bishop going to social media after his arrest in December 2022. Just because he was arrested doesn't make you guilty.
This is one of those dudes who just don't know when to give up. See, his motto before he was found guilty was just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Now his motto is just because you're found guilty doesn't mean you're guilty. Here is his laughable excuse for why he was found guilty on all charges in a court of law.
Why was White on trial? This was not about Bishop White. This was politically driven. This was about Mayor Adams. Okay. And let me explain this to you. Everybody knows that me and the mayor were close. He was a mentor of mine. On June 8th, the FBI came to my house and said to me that I wasn't arrested. I wasn't under arrest. They got a search warrant to take my phone. Within the search warrant,
If the epic man, let me tell you something. If the feds come to your door, you better take it from a thug. When the feds ain't coming to your damn door, unless they got all that shit lined up. Baby, you done did some big, phenomenal bullshit when the feds come knocking at your door. Man, come on. Wow, we know this world's corrupt as hell. This some bullshit. You done stole these people retirement money and stuff, but you talking about it's politically driven. Nah, it ain't no politically driven. It's devil driven. It's hellbound driven. It's your ass going to the pen driven. Because you ain't have now damn business taking them people money, knowing you had bad intention with your ugly ass. I just can't get over it. Then these people not gonna get their money back. Well, they might. They might get it back. But and here, can't steal. They done found your ugly ass guilty. You can't even take responsibility. You did it. Take your lick and eat it. Just say I did it. This how you know it ain't no God in these people. You got the, I'm telling you, you better pray for discernment. Do you hear me? Pray for discernment. Because people like Bishop, Bling, Land-ass Whitehead, TD Jakes, man, them people, boy, I'm telling you, them the ones that don't fear God. just doing all kinds of outlandish stuff to people, taking people money. They done saved up all their life thinking they finna get a home. Yo ugly ass gonna take them people money and pay them this. Man, this fool here, baby, you deserve it. Whatever your motherfucking ass get, whatever you get, you deserve it. And I'm so serious. And I don't wish jail on nobody. Well, yeah, I do. Some people I do. But and you one of them. One of them. Because you, oh my God, they try to use the Bible to justify their wrong. You ain't no different than a slave master. Because we all know that they use the word to try to keep us in bondage all those years. They use the word to justify what they wrong. And here you go, blinging out up in that pulpit every Sunday. And I took them people money. Boy, baby, your ass going to hell with gasoline drops. Your ass gonna be whooped with many stripes. And rightfully so. Cause this man, that's crazy. I done did a whole lot of stuff in my lifetime. I ain't gonna look. But man, it's just something. It's what's that saying? My daddy used to say, ain't no honor amongst thieves, I guess. Man, your ass, man, you going to hell. Yeah, you going to jail first, but your ass is going to hell next. I ain't playing. You wrong as hell. You wrong as hell. See, this is what I'm talking about. They forget about the word of God because they so damn greedy. That's crazy, man. It's not about me. It's the man. Come on, Don. You can't even take your lick.
And what they said to me was, we don't want you. We want the man. This was politically driven. You toes down, y'all. 10 toes down.
You a damn lie. Cause you the type of motherfucker. If the fans came in there and told you that or whatever to get your ass out of that shit, you would have told it. You would have told if that what it was, you'd have been singing like a canary. I guarantee you, I know niggas like him. If the feds told him it's not about you, we really want the mayor of New York or whatever, man, I'm telling you, he'll be snitching, singing like a bluebird. It's in him. I'm looking for this fool to go on a lamb any day. It's not in him to own shit. Yeah, can't even take your lick. You know you messed over them people, taking them people life saving, and you still gonna sit your narrow black ass up there and like it wasn't me. The feds told me that it's not you. We really want the mayor of New York. Man, get the fuck. You a damn lie. Cause your ass would have told it. I guarantee you. Man, get the fuck.
Chip is 10 toes down. I know I was found guilty, but there's more to the story. There's more to the story. And I just want y'all to understand. We need to be praying for.
We know it probably is more to the story because it's probably more people your ass don't scam. Oh, see what I'm talking about? Oh, now he would not be an informant. You a goddamn lie. Yes, your ass would. Cause I'm telling you, I could smell a pussy a mile away. He a pussy. He would have told on Mayor. He would have told on Mayor Adams if that's what they said. This is all you. This about that money you don't took for them people. $90,000, $500,000, and there ain't no telling what else your ugly ass done did. Man, this dude right here makes me fucking sick. How you done? Thank you for being here, love. This crazy. And he's so serious. It's more to the story. It's more to the story. Yeah, it's more to the story. Guilty. Your ass was found guilty on all 5 counts. Man, just you got to cut it. You need to cut it. I can't stand people that don't accept responsibility. Man, that was never me. That was never my thing. If I did it, guess what? I'm going to tell you I did it. I take my own lick. I don't care what it is. I take my own lick. I can't stand nobody like that. And that's who he is. And that is why people are not going to the church anymore. Why they going to the church when they got the church leaders like Bling Bishop or Cora Jakes in there? They doing worse than people in the street. That's so discouraging to people that want to come to church, that want to change their life, get their life to God. That's so discouraging. The black church done got away from standards. You know, they have gotten away from that. If you say you call a preacher, all they gonna do is go let you do a class, you know what I'm saying, and let you in the pulpit. It don't matter how you live in your life. When you're a leader in the church, it matters the way you live in your life, because that's what the way you live is gonna draw people in, make them come in or whatever into the church and give, you know, that like the guy. But then when they see you, Mr. Bling Bishop, manhandling women in church on Instagram Live, even though he wasn't lying by Tasha K, call her a bald-headed bitch because she is a bald-headed bitch, you know. But you a minister. You are a bishop. You are supposed to be a man of God, but you a man of fraud. I can't take it. I can't take it. He the type of motherfucker that would lie to his till he is blue. You absolutely right, LaDon. Absolutely. I mean, it just will not, you know what I'm saying, own anything. You did it. Oh my God. All right. Exactly, Braylon. Exactly. He wearing all that bling in public and scam them people out of their life savings. Then throwing the mayor into the mix, saying he can get this and get that for him. And it amazes me how he was able. That's right. You can go right online and get a certificate, and that's all it is. I mean, you go from there. It used to not be like that. It was a process of becoming a minister, a preacher. But now all you do, go online, do this, do that, whatever. There, you a preacher. You say you're a preacher. That's why people are not going to the church anymore. They are you know, hey, and I can't blame them, because when you got people like Bishop Bling, Whitehead, and Cora Jakes, TD Jakes swallowed up. Who want to come in? And the sad part is they gonna be those people saying that they are called to preach and stuff like that. They are going to be held to a higher standard. Yeah, they got. I'm telling you, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's crazy. All right. So I'm gonna leave the bishop where it's at. We're gonna move on to this next person who really grinds my gears. That is the nightmare mayor, as I call her, Tiffany Henyard. I'm so disappointed in this woman, just like I'm disappointed in the Bling bishop. This is why I'm disappointed with Mayor Henyard, because Mayor Henyard is a young black woman. She's the mayor of Dolton, Illinois. This woman had been voted in office by all of her peers that she worked with, only to get in office and lose her damn mind. She has done it all, honey. She's in there spending up money. I mean, just spending up money, buying Tahoes. She got the police department in Dolton as her personal security. She pisses me out because as black people, they don't want us to hold a position in politics anyway. Yet, these people have helped her get in office. She gets her ass in office, and what does she do? Act a plum damn fool. Do you hear me? I'm a plum damn fool. This girl spending up money, talking to them trustees, the what like that shit they gotta tell. It's absolutely pitiful. Absolutely freaking pitiful. This woman is so low down. She has recently is come out that she has covered up a ASA of one of the trustees, one of her assistant by one of the trustees. Let me say that. As a woman, who does that? As a human who does that. If somebody come to you and tell you that they may have been SA by one of the trustees, you tell this woman you're gonna handle it and to trust you, and then you fire her. Girl, you fire her. Then there's nothing done about the situation. Why didn't you have him arrested immediately? And when I seen a picture of his ass, I knew he did. Cause baby, the only way he gonna get some trim, baby, is if he paying for it or he take it. Then the guy that did it went on to brag about what happened. Brag about what happened. But this bitch, she says if that comes out, it's gonna ruin me. Not I don't care. We're gonna, that's a woman. She was violated. If this comes to light, it's gonna bury me. You a sorry excuse for a damn woman. Just like that happened to her, you think it couldn't have happened to you? You don't got that time in a 7 million plus deficit. Like, where they do that at? But you over there bragging about you being the first black female mayor. You in there fucking up. That's what you doing. That is what you're doing, ma'am. And guess what? You going to jail. You going to jail. You better ask the bishop. You and him gonna be on that midnight train to jail. That's where y'all going. Both of y'all. And rightfully so. And again, baby, I don't wish jail on nobody, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Sitting up in that town hall meeting, talking to the older women, old enough to be your grandmother, and you talking to them out the side of your neck with that damn wig on that look like it's gonna grow legs and crawl off your head. You done spent the time money up on bullshit, so you done spent all the people money, but you didn't buy a better wig. You done got them people in a $7 million deficit. But you chose that wig that's standing up on your head and about to crawl away. Man, I can't even take it. It's about... Then, shout out at the late night crew. Because I said in that chat, I was thinking to myself, Lord, my sis prosperity, I don't know what shit. But I told her one night when we was discussing this matter with Tiffany and him, I said, girl look like Lil Wayne. Last night, shout out at the late night crew. O'Shea put up a thumbnail with Lil Wayne and this male side by side, and guarantee you, like, it's spot on. It is absolutely spot on. That's who she look like. And I can care less what she look like. I mean, because everybody don't look good to everybody. What look good to one person might not look good to the other person, vice versa. It is what it is. I'm talking about her character. Again, they already don't want us to have a seat at the table, yet you get in there, them people help you get in office, and you go in there and act like a complete ass. So dumb. Now, what you gonna say about this one? That's why you didn't want to talk when that reporter asked you about that Vegas trip, boo-boo. You look like you had seen a ghost. No comment. Nah, it was no comment because your ugly ass knew what happened in Vegas. It did not stay in Vegas. Sorry excuse for a woman. Sorry ass excuse for a woman. Somebody come to you and tell you that they feel like they been, something happened to them. They woke up in the trustee bed. But trust me, I'm going to take care of this. Then you over there talking about it's going to ruin you. Bitch, you already ruined. It's so disheartening and so disappointing. You could have made a difference in that time. You could have made a difference for us. They don't want us at the table. And people like you are the reason why we're going to have less seats at the table. Absolutely ridiculous. And whatever you get, you gonna get, and it's warranted. It is absolutely warranted. Ain't no way I'd have done no shit like that. Somebody come to me and tell me what had something like that happened to me. You more worried about your career. Riding around with security detail like you Donald Trump. Where they do that at? Then they say you got down the police like henchmen. They all on your side because you giving them $1 million worth of overtime. Ain't no police. Well, it might be some in the bigger cities giving out that much time to police officers. But where you at, girl? Really? Dirty dog. That's what she is, a dirty dog. And ain't no good gonna come to nobody like that. No good. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You have a daughter. You're a woman. If it happened to her, don't you think it could happen to you? And this ain't the first month they said that's a sex offender you taking up for them. You believe in giving second chance for what? Bye, Sunshine Race. Thank you for being here, baby. It's ridiculous.
People's mayor. He's a self-described super mayor. Can be seen hung across her small Chicago suburb and on her social media channels. I am there for all my news. It doesn't matter. I'm the mayor of all of Dolton. But tonight, Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dolton, Illinois, is struggling to silence growing calls for an investigation into how she spends public money. Now, we'll be determined when all of it is clear. You see, my word. During a tense board meeting Monday, vetoed a measure calling for an outside investigation into her alleged misuse of public funds.
Calling for an investigation of
Last month called for the FBI, the U.S. Attorney, and the Cook County Sheriff to investigate the village's finances, which trustees say the mayor is keeping under wraps while spending lavishly. Donna Belcher is one trustee calling for that investigation. What is it that you all say she's spending public money on?
We have not received a financial report since September of 2023.
She alleges that last year the mayor racked up $1 million in police overtime for her own personal detail.
A weekend, possibly $27,000 to $30,000.
$27,000 to $30,000 for a weekend.
Weekend, yes. Last March, when we still were receiving copies of it.
She also says the mayor spent $1.3 million building this ice rink.
Nobody can go over there unless she's having an event.
Meanwhile, Belcher says
You
vendors
kidding me?
contracted
See
by
what
the
I'm saying?
villages say they're not getting paid. The banners or the billboards with her face on them, is that person not getting paid?
No, the person is not getting paid. It was 122 banners for $19,900 something.
NBC News has reached out to Mayor Henyard, who according to NBC Chicago also works as township supervisor for a neighboring community, making a total salary of close to $300,000 a year. So far, we've received no response. On Monday, the mayor alleged its trustees and other officials who are doing the spending.
Any bank account to make any decision in our village. It was all up to them.
Meanwhile, at last check, Belcher says this village of 21,000 was $7 million in debt. She suspects that number has grown.
Wow.
Again, no response tonight from Mayor Henyard. According to her social media, she plans to launch a podcast on Friday, so we may very well hear more from her then. At the same time, the Chicago Tribune is reporting the FBI is in the preliminary stages of an investigation into the village's finances. We reached out to the agency ourselves, and they declined to comment. As far as the next steps go, in Dolton, Illinois, trustees say they plan to override the mayor's veto of their call for that investigation at their next meeting, which is scheduled for April 1st.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
Welcome everyone. Sean, and today, in terms of criminal court, but in this Human Rights Council complaint, obviously the allegations are incredibly disturbing. Now, I also want to bring up the fact that there was only one male village trustee, according to my sourcing, on this particular trip. It was a guy called Andrew Holmes. So even though he's not named,
all right, I put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up and talk.
Talking about is Andrew Holmes. It's definitely not Jason House, who recently did an interview with the lawyer, because we actually did a video on this particular Vegas trip. It's not on said Vegas trip, so we have a hair loyalist accused of a non-consensual encounter.
Shout out an actual justice warrior for this clip.
Citizen of Tiffany More importantly is the allegations that covered and specifically for her reputation. And by the way, I actually took note of the fact in my previous video that played the woman card at the Village of Dolton meeting in order to obfuscate criticism that she was receiving. Let me play that clip right here.
To speak to women history month, to keep pushing because
Okay, see what I'm saying? Now she talking about she wanted to uplift women. You wanted to uplift women when a woman came to you and said she feels as though she may have been assaulted by a trustee, by a George Jefferson looking trustee. Man, this right here, I call bullshit. Because, and see, that's the thing that pissed me off a lot too with people. They be, for women and whatever, you're not. You supporting women, but you up in on covering up a possible SA. All things said in this video are alleged and, in my opinion, covered by Fair Use Act of 1976.
I know I'm going through what I'm going through, but it's a lot of women that's like me that's going through mess where people think they can come in and strong arm them and tell them what to do and don't think that they're not gonna fight back. So I want them to know, keep going, don't give up, never give up, and keep pushing no matter what you do. And this to my women, it is a boys' club. Unfortunately, they don't want us leading like we're doing now. I have two big
and bitch, your ass is the reason why hell they ain't gonna never have us back there again. Because you done got your ass in there, ma'am, or whatever, and acted a damn fool. You've gotten your ass in office and acted a fool, but you want to encourage women. It's already a boys' club, and they don't want us in it. Why would they want us in it when it's people like you that get there, get a seat at the table, and then you act a fool? See, that's the thing. You can't probably, and I don't know this bitch. It seems as though she may have come from, a mediocre background, like a lot of us. Had to get it out the mud. And the thing is, she got a little bit of money, whatever. And then got the big head. Sometimes, and I say this all the time, when we get positions of authority, we don't know how to act. But I say this, you can be at the top today and at the bottom tomorrow. The same people you met going up will be the same people you meet going down. So if you're blessed enough to get a position as she was, and you get there and start thinking that you can do that thing by yourself and you don't need no help and you don't want to get no critiquing by your people that helped you get in that position, you're doomed. It's absolutely pitiful. Then you get on there at the town hall meeting talking about empowering women, knowing what you in the middle of covering up. See, I can't. 2 shots to the throat.
So if these allegations are true and she participated in this cover-up, it is just one more notch against this woman and her absolute insane regime.
The Dolton police officer says in a separate complaint filed with the Department of Human Rights that he also faced retaliatory actions for coming forward with what he witnessed.
So yeah, like I said, they also have a cop that was on Tiffany in your security detail.
And he got fired.
Story and saying that he was also retaliated against by Mayor Henry, the super mayor. This is all coming together to paint a very nasty picture of the super mayor. I do want to point out that these are the same officers that were billing hundreds of hours of overtime over the course of 2-week periods. The officers are paid every 2 weeks, which without overtime, 80 hours balloons to well over 100 hours, or sometimes 200 hours. And in the case of Officer Terry Young last May, 303 hours worked over a 2-week period. A single paycheck of more than $13,000.
How does a person put in a 2-week pay period, 303 hours? That's impossible. That's impossible.
336
Does he
hours.
never go to sleep?
In fact, there are 336 hours total in 2 weeks. And again, we have an assistant opinion. So these could be opportunistic people looking for revenge on the super mayor for being removed from the security detail and for being fired as the assistant. So I just want to make that clear. I want people out there in the audience to understand that there are not a lot of good people around Mayor Tiffany Henyard. I will point out it's a sketchy past when it comes to this. In fact, one of her original scandals was the fact that she hired a gang rapist to work as a village
My
inspector.
God.
Frustration growing in South suburban Dolton after a Fox 32 investigation uncovers a registered child sex offender.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait a minute.
These are all people who
Oh my God. Okay, I knew that he was a sex offender. There's no. Hey, Braylon.
Hey.
I knew that the guy that she hired was a sex offender, but in no way, shape, form, or fashion did I think that he was a child molester. And this is the person that she says needs a second chance. Oh my God. There is something wrong with this girl. Like, who does that? You have a child, ma'am. You're a woman, ma'am. Like, what is wrong with you? These are the type of people that you want to hire for your town, that you want on your. Oh my God, it's crazy. This is absolutely insane.
one in time in circle. So they're all sketchy people involved in the filing and receiving end of these complaints.
The incident allegedly occurred during an development trip to Las Vegas last May.
So it's important to point out that the local news did wrong here in their reporting of this at the economic development trip. We've covered this Vegas trip specifically. This was something that Henyard did as a vacation. She did it for restaurants, hotels, even flew first class to the tune of $3,700.
Visitors also spent money on the Vegas Strip, on steak dinners to hotels, and $3,741 just on Henyard's round flight for one per home.
All right, Braylon. Chime in, Braylon.
Hey, everybody. It's good to see everybody here. I just truly feel that, at this point in life, you gotta find your peace and hold on to it. Because
Yeah.
there's some days where you don't want to wake up. There's like I used to watch GMA every day. Like at this point, I'm just like, okay, I'll just tune into the YouTube clips because like if I see some news live on TV, I already know my attitude and my voice, I'm not gonna be happy. And I think, it's a sense of irresponsibility in the world. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because I was raised to respect everybody, but to also stand up against wrong. Um,
Right.
what I mean? I think I think the reason why some people in life have a damaged life is because they're a damaged person. And I appreciate everything you said about me. You did not have to say all that. I'm very appreciative and love you right back.
Yeah, yeah. That's my
Um,
brain.
listen, and listen. I think I said to somebody tonight. I said sometimes passion comes across as disrespect when you don't know the person or you don't know the context behind what someone says. Um, you know what I mean? Um, for example, I called somebody a name,
Right.
and somebody said that I said that on a panel, and no woman corrected that. There was a good reason why, because that person, along with another person,
Oh my
doxed
God.
me and a lot of other people. So to me, that person will always be that name. Now, I will always
Exactly.
call them. But that does not mean that I am
Right.
not respectful to other people. And I don't know when it's
Exactly.
become a crime to stand up for yourself and to stand in your piece and not be in pieces. Because, good damn, if that was the
There's
case
no
of
crime
what.
in it.
No, and it should be, because my thing is this: if that's the case of somebody
Hey,
saying a name, hey Ladon, welcome up.
Hey
If that was
y'all.
the case of saying a name about somebody means that they disrespect everybody, then everybody should not be upon the earth. We should all be back in heaven. Nobody should have been born out of their mother's vagina. Like, really, what are we doing here? Good
yeah.
damn, just hey Ladon, welcome up.
Hey y'all.
All right, Ladon. You got the floor, Ladon. Chime in, hun.
This bishop or ladder. What is it? Whatever. You know what I'm
Libor.
talking about. Limore.
Mm-hmm.
He, this is the new up and coming hustle. Becoming
Right.
a pastor, something in clerical, something in the church. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
remember
Mm-hmm.
when I was locked up, you could um there was magazines back then, but and we did these Bible study things, and then there was a paper in the back where you can take this test to see if you wanted to become a pastor or something like that. And it was so easy to just take the test and get certified. It's very easy. You don't
Mm-hmm.
need nobody there. They can do it online. And I think when he was locked up, his last bid, he was thinking of, I think this was a plan for him, allegedly, in my opinion. I am going to Bible thump. I'm going to get me a church. I'm going to get me this money. And I think this was all a part of his plan. Um, he set his own self up because he is greedy, he is selfish, he's arrogant, he's cocky, all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
And he was too flashy, and he thought he had it all figured out. He was better than smarter than everybody. And he thought he was going to get away with this fast talking and all of that stuff. He really thought he was going to get away with this, honey. He was going to name that complex Whitmore Manor,
Mm-hmm.
Whitehead
Mm-hmm.
Manor, or whatever. Like he's something of prestige or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And like I was saying earlier, like people like him are the reason why people don't want to go to church anymore
Mhm.
because they are
Mhm.
discouraging them. I mean,
Mhm.
like who is gonna go to the church? How can you minister to somebody and tell them what they shouldn't be doing when you doing worse?
20 times
You
worse.
doing worse. Mm-hmm.
It don't even match up. Why we showing up every week? This is not what, you're not even, And then when the stick up happened in the church,
Yep.
allegedly, in my opinion, I thought that was an inside job.
It
And when that
was.
and when that woman went in there, and he did what he did to that woman, I don't know why he wasn't uh uh uh, uh something more drastic didn't happen to him within the law, because it was flat out what he did to her was, uh, you know,
Absolutely
battering.
ridiculous.
Battering. I'm
Hmm.
trying to use my words wisely on your panel. Battering.
Oh, baby,
And
you say what you want to say, honey. Say what you want to
yeah,
say.
he was beating that woman up in that church, okay? Flinging her around.
Yeah, he,
He was roughing her
yeah,
up,
he was.
uh, violently, okay?
Mm,
So I don't even know how he was able to skate by with that. But what I will say
exactly.
is they gonna use him as an example, because they don't like no black man, especially in the city. They don't like no black man with no
Mhm.
arrogant, cocky mouth like that, thinking doing something, messing with taxpayers. He going down.
Exactly.
He going
Yeah,
down.
he is.
Like Jock
And he
said, you
needs
going
to. I
down.
mean, like, right,
Yeah,
because
he
this is the
do.
thing. Like, why? I mean, the nerve of you, that woman that worked all her life, took out her
Hmm.
savings to give to you, thinking she was gonna get one thing. Then you don't even. Oh my god. Oh
And
my
then you try
god.
to come in between her relationship with her and her son, trying to keep blaming her son. No, your son. No, no, you did it.
Right.
And then for him to live the way he was living, he had that small little church. Then people worked hard for their
Mm-hmm.
money. They was humble coming in there, and he was coming in there flashy and all this for this small church on their dime. It's so
Yeah,
sad.
and this is what I found. I found in
What do you
today
think
churches.
about his
That's
wife?
kind. Yeah, that's kind of just what it is. Like the pastors, or living a lavish life, and then the members, kind of just,
Suffer,
you know,
suffer.
yeah. And then you got a bill or something. Do you go to that church? 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna give you shit.
See, I don't mess with
You know what I'm
churches like
saying?
that. If
Not,
I don't see a
and that's
church that don't give back to their community or their people or the community, if I don't see the work being done like that, I don't stay around. I don't stick around. I stick and move. Call me a
yeah,
church hopper, because I will not stay for the sake of.
exactly,
But what do you think about the
exactly.
wife? Do you think she is um like you think she's
In
culprit for
on it,
some of it? Yeah, for some of it.
I
Because I know
think
she spent that
I don't.
money too. Because she was looking
Yeah,
sharp
I
too.
know. And I mean, I don't. It's hard for me to say, like, because I don't really know much about his wife. All ever known was about him.
I think he
Uh,
controlled her, because didn't she, when this first started happening, Braylon, am I wrong that something happened between him and the wife and the police was called and he kicked her out with the kids and all this crap?
oh wow.
Yeah, I think when this first happened, allegedly, because I can't pinpoint exactly when, but I know when this started going down, and Tasha K and them was saying all this stuff, the wife ended up and him started going at it, and he put her and them their baby out, and the father had to go and get his daughter with his grandbaby. And um
Wow.
it was a lot going on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I think she
Oh
was
my
one of
god.
those women that was submissive, really believed in
Right.
him, looked up to him, was impressed, was probably in awe. And she was a pastor's wife, and she just probably tried to stay quiet, stay cute, stay sweet.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And she was a kept woman. So a lot of women that are able to live a lavish lifestyle, don't want for anything. A lot of women don't care like where the money's coming from or whatever. Um,
See, I ain't that.
so
I don't know. I need to know. That's my problem. I
yeah.
need to know. I want to know if you selling your body out there. I want to know if you got a sugar mama. I want to know. I need to know if it's coming like
Right.
that,
But
yo.
the thing is, it's some women out there that just don't care. Like
I know.
you bringing in this money. I don't care where it's coming from. Keep the money going. And she could be that type of woman. And then like I said, I don't know much about it. She could be in on it. Who knows? But we will see. We will see.
I
Sis
think
don't have
she's
to
a
get a job
pastor
now
too.
because he going to jail.
Oh wait, I
Is
think
she?
she's a pastor too.
Oh my God.
You gotta look her
Oh
up.
my.
I think she's a pastor too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, man, it's just so easy for people to do. They think just because they know how to read that Bible and it sounds good when it's coming out their mouth, they think they can put on that robe and be a pastor and lead a church. No, 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 no. Just like everybody can't be a
Right.
supervisor, just like everybody can't be a manager, just like everybody can't be a boss. If it ain't your niche, it ain't your niche. No matter how you try to dress it
Exactly.
up.
Exactly. So, okay, off topic. So, what do y'all think about the latest original Straight No Chaser recording? Braylon, signed off.
I haven't
Ray
listened
Ray.
to. No, no, I'm right here. I'm right here. I haven't listened to it at all. Um, I think what's understood doesn't need to be explained. Um,
Yeah.
if it's true, it's true. If it ain't, it ain't. I mean, I think at this
Right.
point with Love and Mary Huntsville, it's such a disdain on the show that honestly, I remember asking Melody this of does she feel like it's time to go because she has more opportunities outside the show than on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that when it's time to go, it's time to go. I think whenever remember when everyone's saying Candy didn't get her contract renewed and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She said something very poignant. She said, I think because I've been doing it for 14 years, it's become a part of my life, so why not keep doing it? But then, like Candy said, you start working on other opportunities and
Hmm.
you look up and you're like, wow, I actually have free time to do other things. Wow, I
Right.
actually woke up today. I'm not pissed. I ain't got me on call
Mm-hmm.
sheet. I'm going to bullshit. So I'll say this: if the show doesn't end after season 7, if Melody wanted to leave after season 7, I think everybody will understand.
Hmm.
And I know people want her to stay on that show because it's her show, but it's better. But to me, it would be better for her to have her peace
Mm-hmm.
and
Exactly.
flourish than for her to stay on the show and be in pieces. Because guys, would you rather have
Year
a
after
show?
year, season after season after
Exactly.
season.
Would you rather have a show or would you rather have a network?
A network.
Right.
Just saying.
Exactly. I mean, like, and if Mel does decide to just let it go or whatever, Mel gonna be straight. That girl is a hustler. She got so many things going on or whatever. Like that show, I'm not saying that being on that show or whatever is not a you know big financial part of her, but get she has so many things, so many other areas of revenue. Like if she does decide to walk away, hey, she gonna be set.
Hmm.
This show
Well,
right here is so toxic. It is so toxic. For as long as this show has been on, the whole every season same thing. They're still talking about Mel and Martell. Mel and Martell been divorced for what? How long? 5, 6 years now. They still going off their their marriage, their divorce, or whatever. Like it's the same thing, recycle bullshit. So
Well, I didn't listen to um the tape, but I did hear that it was about um Marceau allegedly's side chick or whatever. What I would say, I didn't listen to it, but how I feel about it, I don't need to listen to something that we already knew, and I don't need to know the person he did it with to know he was doing things out there in them streets.
thank you, LaDon. Thank you. And this is
Point.
my thing too. This is the thing about it. There's not any viewer of that show that believe that Marceau was faithful to Letitia. Letitia knows that Marceau is not faithful to her. Letitia is okay with it. Letitia would do better if Letitia would just come out and say, "Hey, I know my husband is doing his thing or whatever. I ain't going nowhere. We still gonna be together. Whatever. That's it. That's all."
Period.
Or whatever. At this juncture, like who cares what he's doing? Like I don't. And if Letitia don't care, it is what it is. And
And
I
she
feel
told
as
on
though
herself.
right. And I feel as though like the last week when Wanda was on her live going off about, Martell and area, and I was like, what is this? Where is this coming from? I feel like Wanda them may have known that that girl had, you know, some a recording or something about Martell because Wanda kept saying, Martell, you better get your bit. You better get your bit. You and her and all that stuff. And I was like, well, where is that coming from? Because this show ain't about, what Ariana said about Mel or, whatever. I just don't believe it was that. Because Wanda can't stand Mel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel though she
Mm-hmm.
felt like original straight no chaser, was gonna out with it or whatever, and that's the reason why she was like about to have a stroke going off and all
Well,
that damn
I
shit.
wasn't one of the ones that thought she was trying to butter up to Mel or really have Mel's back. I knew better than that. I knew it was an ulterior motive, and it was like you said,
Yeah.
because she knew that there was something out there that could what's the name? But when I said Tisha told on herself with her insecurities by anytime you go out to a business event with your husband, y'all business owners, and there's millions of women, millions of men around, and you see him talk to one particular girl in a red dress, and you go out on the balcony and start crying.
Hmm.
That's telling right there
It is. Because
that
look, this is
you.
the thing, LaDon, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. Most of the time when a woman know they man is messing up, you can just about pinpoint who it is.
Mhm. Mhm.
Most
Which
of the
one he
time
would
you
do it
can.
with?
And exactly. That's why that girl was crying because she knew.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
A
More
woman
so
that's
don't big much.
secure, whose man has never
Hmm.
made her think any such a thing, would not respond like that out the blue.
I mean, honestly, to
Right.
tell you the truth, what should have really been enough was his behavior at the reunion. But really, what really nailed it in, go Kimmy, go Mel. No, go Kimmy, go Mel.
Mm.
If you got two people that you ain't cool with, well, one person you say that they have a dark soul, the other one, she say she wouldn't be friends with you. But basically, if you got two people that can't stand your ass having a tennis match like Serena and Venus Williams, and neither one of them wants to say their truth because they
Mm.
know it's true to your face on
Mm.
national TV during a reunion. Why are you
Right.
still with him after that?
Mm.
Because
But
like
then again, what
she
do I
is
know?
listen,
Failure is not an option for her.
this
She
is the
came from
thing.
Bessemer.
Letitia, right. You better say it, LaDon. You
It's
better
not.
say it
Yeah.
because her mama has instilled
Drilled
that
in
in
her.
her that she
Yeah.
need a man to
Man,
validate who she is.
marriage equals success. even if it's a
Yeah.
slum of one. That's why Uncle Wanda got a husband and a boyfriend, because he will not give up on hers neither, even if they never
Right.
touch
And
together.
guess what? And don't neither one of them want her. The
Ain't
husband
that
or the
so?
man, they don't want her anyway.
No, but it's
Neither
cheaper
one
to
of them.
keep her. Look, but it's cheaper
Right.
to keep her. They ain't stupid.
Exactly. I think it's just sad because Tisha is a beautiful girl. Like she doesn't even know her worth.
Nope.
She don't
No,
even
because
know
she
her
wasn't
worth.
taught
You
it.
know what
She
I'm
don't
saying?
have the self-esteem. Her mother didn't. She instilled superficial in her. She didn't instill
Uh huh.
the core values and morals in her. And it shows at this big grown old age. And the scary thing is, she's raising a young woman.
Girls. Right.
Yeah,
Yep. History
young
will
women.
repeat itself. It's
Absolutely.
absolutely ridiculous.
Hmm. Yes, it is. Yes, it
Mm-mm-mm.
is. And he makes her look like a fool and feel less than every chance he get. He wants to keep her under
Right.
his shoe. That's his
Oh my
power.
God.
That's his power. He
It
love to keep
is.
her under
It
that
is.
shoe.
And then okay, we all see what he does like when the show is on. Can you imagine what he says to her when the show isn't on or whatever?
Mm.
And then I've heard Wanda say on her lives like that's just more so he just talked like that or whatever. He just like degrades his wife or whatever and all the time. Man, do you know how many bottles I would have bust across his head?
See, I'm tired of
Like
people with
he
those excuses. That's just him,
right.
so it's okay. That doesn't make it okay, and you're
It
not supposed to
doesn't.
let it go by that. Like with that girl Mahogany, they're saying, well, she was in the gang, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Wait a minute. That don't equal
Wait
that.
a
The punishment gotta
minute.
fit the
No,
crime.
oh my god, oh my god. I know they ain't out here being that doggone heartless.
Girl, that's not even the half of it.
I'm done. I can't handle it. Like when I heard that story, look, when I saw that on the news or whatever, like my heart was breaking for that girl and her family. Like I couldn't even imagine. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be telling my son and his friends and stuff. Y'all got to be careful because people will hate you that you've been around all your life and you got a love for them and it makes you blind to who they really are. And that's
Mm.
when stuff like that happen. That's what happened with Shanquella or whatever. You got to
Mhm.
have double eyes with people.
I just
That
ain't
that,
hanging
that
with people that I know that's a friend of me, that I know don't really feel me like that. I just can't.
right. I can't neither. I
I
can't do it.
can't.
Like that fake stuff, I cannot do it.
Mm-mm.
Like
Now, if they
I
got
if
invited
I
to a
get
party, if they got invited to a party, I did. Okay, I see you across the room, but I ain't going on no trip with you. I ain't doing none of that type of stuff. Mm-mm.
right.
But
And
yeah,
so
people are cruel. People are cruel.
Yeah.
They've been
No,
saying
and
I
that.
then
agree.
go ahead,
No, I
Braylon.
agree. No, I was just gonna say I agree. I think boundaries are important, and I think sometimes people think boundaries are disrespectful when they're really not disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
They're your right. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's a particular person that I won't mention, but there was another person that is a mutual friend of that person. I still care about them very much. Now, if I make it in the industry and I give them free tickets, to come see me, host the iHeartRadio Music Awards, I'm gonna be like, listen, these are your tickets, but that person cannot come with you as a guest. Now, they have the right to say, well, Bray, as much as I love you, I want to bring them. I'm like, well, respectfully, I can't. I can't. That's my space that you enter into.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's difficult because everybody can't go with you. But what I
Mm-hmm.
begin to recognize as I am getting older is that it's actually a blessing that everybody can't go with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I
Mm-hmm.
know that's difficult to say out loud, but when you really sit back and think to yourself, like,
Mhm.
man, my debt's paid off.
Mhm.
My house is paid off. My kids are successful. My wife is fine. My husband is fine. Whoever's in your life.
Mhm.
Right.
I promise you, that's going to matter a lot more than who's around you.
Mhm.
Just
How
because your
many
Yeah.
circle
people?
is exactly, just because your circle is big doesn't mean everybody cares about you.
Yeah.
Right. It
Because
does
honestly,
not.
tell you the because honestly, tell you the truth, if all I call is my mom, my dad, my sister, T Talk, you, Swamp Talk, of course, of course, Ladon and many others. But what I'm saying is, I know my core.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
And as long as I have my core, I know
Mhm.
fans are gonna come and go, especially
Mhm.
with my mouth. I'm like, if I'm the chemical X of social media and YouTube, oh God forbid when I make it to ABC and they give me a $20 million check, everybody's gonna this man talks too damn much. So I already know who I am. I don't have to be on TV or in media to be Braylon Lee.
Right.
I'm gifted enough that I was Braylon Lee because people love me as Braylon Lee, not
And you're
because
gonna help
people was
somebody, and you're going to help more people than, even if they're not your core, you're still helping people, touching thousands of people,
Mhm.
millions of people out there. You're
Right.
teaching them,
Mhm.
you're pouring into them, you're giving them wisdom and strength, and so you're right. You just got to be careful. And like Swamp Talk said, like my last is 16, but all my kids are in their 20s. My oldest is getting ready to be 30. So they're still in those situations where these things are happening. You know what I mean? Even at my age, me being a
Mhm.
widower, me wanting to
Right.
get back out in the dating field and want to start taking trips and doing stuff that I never did before because I messed up my life early
Yes,
on.
get out there. That's what I was saying, Ladon. Get out there in the dating field. Yes, Ladon, get a
Yeah.
groove back.
Yeah, but I'm nervous. I'm scared to death because of the way you can't trust nobody. You can't trust
That's
nobody.
true. That's true.
But you gotta be open to trying to. You just gotta be
Right.
careful. And I do know, if ain't nothing else I do know about me, I got good discernment. I can read. I
Yeah.
can be in a room with a person for 3 minutes and can feel their energy and know just what type of person and what slot they're going.
Exactly.
And I just
Yeah.
pour that into my kids, especially my 16-year-old. I got three boys and one girl. And my girl's more of a
Mhm.
beast than the boys. So I thank God I don't really have to worry about her. The
Yeah.
boys is
That's
more softer than
great.
her. You should see my middle son. Oh, she broke my heart. Boy, you better shut up. Brush your shoulder off. Boy.
Right. And no man, no sir. We
But
ain't
back
doing
to the
that. You got your whole
program.
life ahead of you.
Yep, but
Yeah.
back to the program at hand. What else was y'all talk about? Okay, you was talking about the bishop, the fake lie bishop, and did y'all talk about Heavenly?
Then I was talking about the mayor.
Oh, that mayor
Oh
like
my God.
oh
Look, I have been all over the YouTube.
you breaking up.
Look done. That mayor, oh my God.
You know what they said
I
that I
just
remember
can't do her.
I was
So
on Diana
if
Rose's
that girl
listen,
ain't
I
look
was on
white and
Diana
so
Rose's panel one time, right? And she asked the question, why are black people harder on
mhm,
each other than other races? And the reason why, from my standpoint, is because we fought, our ancestors fought so hard, and people before
mhm.
us, and even our generation and generations to come are still
Yep,
fighting for us to get treated equal and to be able to be in rooms just like anybody else because we're just as smart or smarter.
exactly,
So when
exactly.
we get a
Mhm.
woman that is able to be in the seat that she's in, and she
You better
acts the
say
way
it.
she acts.
Oh my God.
Oh, I want to
Girl, you
snatch her
better
wig
say it.
off.
But I want you to snatch her wig off and throw it away.
It don't make
I
no
hate that wig.
sense. Explain it
And
to me.
and
It don't
and,
make no
and that's
sense.
my whole thing about it. Like that's the part that grinds my gears because they don't want. First of all, they don't want people of color with a seat at the table, and then
Hmm.
you're a woman. They don't want you there, and you get
Hmm.
there, and this is what you do. Oh my God, it is like it oh my God, it grinds my gears,
That's when they look
and
at us and
then
say, "See, we told you about them black niggas. We told you how they was gonna
exactly
act."
that is the truth, LaDon. I remember I was going through like I'm deep in the history and stuff or whatever, and I remember Joe Biden before he when he was like a senator for his state. I ran across a clip of him talking about we already had one in senator, we don't need another because this that whatever third. And that is really the way people think, like, okay, well, it's 2024, that's not happening anymore. It's very much so happening.
What, racism?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course. If people
And
think
that's what
racism,
and this is my thing. We got to start holding our it's not we're so hard on yeah, we should be harder on us because you get a seat at the table and then it's like you do things like she's done to mess that up. So guess what? Dolton may get if they get another uh mayor of color, it'll surprise me. But they sure ain't gonna get another woman
mm, mm, mm.
because of the
They're
things that
gonna
she's
say, "See,
done.
this is why the woman can't rule the world. This is why, because they're gonna act like this,
Exactly.
and they're gonna take
Exactly.
the
That's
money and
exactly what
lie
they're
and
gonna
spend it up and."
like. How do you do that? Like, how do you spend $7 million and how do you have the whole police department as your personal security detail? Like, who is watching over the old ladies and going to get the cats out the trees and that type of stuff? Who's doing that?
Oh Lord, wasn't she taking trips and stuff too?
Yes, she took a trip, Ladon. And on that trip, like the trustees were with her. Now they got this one trustee who looks like George Jefferson, but his hairline is way further back than George Jefferson. Um, he admitted to SAN one her assistant, and
What?
yes, the assistant went to her and told what happened. She told that girl that she would take care of it. And it then later on she fired the girl. She put her on medical leave first. And then she fired her.
And
And
kept him?
she fired she fired the girl and then said, was caught on tape saying, if this comes out, it's gonna ruin me.
But it wouldn't have ruined you if you would have handled the situation right. If you would have
Exactly.
reported it to the police, let them handle what they supposed to handle, you wouldn't have been under scrutiny about that situation. You put your own self in that. That is
Right.
terrible. Egregious. Like,
It,
oh God. Girl, I gotta
listen.
light my peace pipe. Look, girl, I gotta light my peace pipe.
Okay, listen.
Right.
Stephanie Merrick a few days ago, NBC5 obtained complaints filed with the Department of Human Rights through a Freedom of Information request. Now, they're filed against Mayor Tiffany Hayner in the village of Dolton in Thornton Township. A former female employee who was Hayner's assistant alleges retaliation, sexual harassment, and discrimination after she raised concerns about an apparent non-consensual sexual encounter between her and an unnamed village trustee. The Dolton police officer says in a separate complaint complaint filed with the Department of Human Rights
Mm.
that he also faced retaliatory actions for coming forward with what he witnessed. The
Mm.
incident allegedly occurred during an economic development trip to Las Vegas last May. On that trip, Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and a handful of village representatives, including her former assistant who filed this complaint with the Illinois Department of Human Rights, and two village trustees, were not named the woman because NBC5 does not name people who possibly were a victim of an unwanted sexual encounter. According to her complaint, the woman says she went to dinner with an unnamed Dolton trustee. The complaint then recounts the following events. She said she started to feel disoriented, extremely
Mm.
lightheaded, as if the ground was moving. She says she blacked out. According to the
Ooh.
complaint, the next morning she woke up in the trustee's hotel room with no memory of how she got there,
He
experiencing
spiked
physical
her.
discomfort. She says after returning
Uh-huh.
to Dolton, Officer Byron Miles, who was part of Henyard's security detail and went on the trip to Vegas, told her a trustee on the trip told him that the trustee had unprotected sex with her. Officer Miles has the complaint with the Human Rights Department. The woman states in the complaint that
Ooh.
she went immediately to seek medical care. Both complainants
Good.
then provide details of a meeting which took place the following day with former assistant Officer Miles and Mayor Henyard. At this meeting, the woman informed Henyard that she would never willingly have sex with the trustee. Officer Miles informed Henyard and the woman that the trustee called him that night in Vegas. The trustee, he says, that bragged about the sexual activities he engaged in with the woman, Miles' complaint says, suggesting that she may have not had the ability to consent or did not provide consent. According to the complaint, Officer Miles recorded some of this conversation on his iPhone. According to the complaints, the
Ooh.
mayor said that if this information became public, she would be ruined, that all the work she'd done would be lost. The ex-employee says the mayor told her she would take care of it and to trust her. Days later, according to her complaint, the woman was put on unpaid medical leave, though she said she did not request to be
Unpaid.
put on leave. She was later terminated. In his complaint,
Mm.
Officer Miles alleges that he was demoted to patrol duty, among other retaliation, for coming forward as a witness. They're asking for back pay, front pay, punitive damages, and attorney's fees. In a statement to NBC5, the village says it conducted a thorough investigation into these allegations led by an independent third-party company. The statement goes on to say former police officer Miles interviewed and denied knowing anything about these allegations, and the alleged victim refused to cooperate. The statement continues, this is nothing more than two disgruntled village employees trying to make off with taxpayers. The village looks forward to defending these allegations and pursuing all other available remedies to the village.
See what I'm
So the
saying?
attorney who
Yeah,
represents
but
both
he
the
was
woman and
taped.
officer
He was
is in
taped.
fact
Didn't the man tape him? So you can't get
Uh,
found with that. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. This is so sad.
it
about the Department
is.
of Human Rights investigation and what
Damn,
happens
man.
And
People
see,
just
me,
can't be
it's like,
played.
and see,
You the
like with me,
mayor.
and see, with me, it's like, okay, you are black, you are a woman. So what you've done is, you know how they group us together or whatever. It's
You
you.
put
She
another
just a
stain on
disappointment.
us. You put another
Yeah, they
stain on
already
us.
too less. They think less of us, and then here you go.
We already like a
Here
patch
you
quilt blanket.
go.
Okay? And you already put another little stain on us. No, for real. That's just messed up. I don't even care if she was a clear woman. You are the mayor.
Right.
You had the
Uh,
duty to report that. And this man should have been terminated and the police should have been called with a report and they would have took it from there. No
exactly.
way. No way.
Exactly.
And it was
But
a
this is not.
witness.
There is another guy on the board that she has that she has on her board on her team. He is a child molester. She says she believes in giving people second chances, and
Not
I do
that
too.
kind.
But
No.
a
Not that
child
kind. Not
molester,
that close.
now
Not
I
that
can't
kind.
do. What I'm not gonna do is no child molester. The thing with me about that, I
Nope.
don't even believe child molester should even have a trial.
I think that should
I
be
don't.
a life sentence automatically with no parole.
Well, see, I
Period.
would go further than that, Ladon. I believe if they got the evidence of you doing something to a child and is bona fide, they need to hang your ass on the courthouse lawn so that this shit'll stop.
Hmm.
I do
Yeah, I
believe
mean,
that I believe that they should do that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, because a child, it's something wrong with you. It's something bad wrong with you. And she's supporting something like that.
yeah, I mean, honestly, when it comes to government, I mean, we've seen what George Santos has done. We've seen what
Hmm.
Bob Blagojevich has done. Um, Power is a hell of a drug, to use some words from our cultural uncle Rick James. Except when he said it, he was talking
Mm-hmm.
about Coca Cola. It's a hell of a drug.
Hmm.
Um, and I think what it is that I get given second chances, but you have to give me something to work with in order for me to give you a second chance. No, seriously. I
That's
mean, we're
right.
No,
really being on. I mean,
I'm laughing because it's the truth. God damn
I
it!
mean,
Why do people
I mean,
think you supposed to just get it just like because you said it?
right. I mean that would be like if one of my cousins wanted to come. Let's just say that Ryan Seacrest left Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, and one of my cousins wanted to be a co-host. And I said, okay, one of the big parts of the show is we are going to give away 50 Disney cruises live on TV. And I'm gonna need you to go through these names, okay? Because when you say the name and when we go to that billboard, I need you to say that name clearly. If if somebody's name is Kang or Kang, or not Kang. I'm trying to think of a Tyler. Let's just say if my cousin said, "Hey, let's go to Kyler." No, you were supposed to say Ty. Okay, okay,
Hmm.
okay. All right, all right. Did I not ask you to rehearse the names, Braylon? It's 50 damn names. I understand that we're going to do two names an hour, but I asked you to do one thing. Now I'm gonna give you a second chance because some names are difficult to pronounce. But if I invite you back and you still issue me, then why should I care about you? And
Mm,
it's quite sad that people don't have enough soul to just say, listen, this is what it is, and I'm
Hmm.
sorry, I love you, but no.
It's not gonna work
And
out. It's just not gonna work out.
I get that it's difficult, but damn it, yeah, as being a kid, I had parents who said to me, Braylon, you did wrong, your own punishment. And
mm-hmm.
that's all I had. I didn't have no
See, you was lucky. I had to learn the
you
hard way.
and that's what I'm
Mm,
saying of, I had to learn that right was right and wrong is wrong. And if I got a second chance to do something, I had to prove myself. But there's just some
mm-hmm.
things where there should be a cutoff. Point blank in the
Hmm.
period.
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
Miss. A miss. Like I said, I believe in second chances, but not for no damn child molester. I don't have no type of sympathy, none of that for them. I, I,
Them
I,
or a
I don't.
aura
Right,
neither. Because people,
right.
the victims, live with that every day of their life to the day they die.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. This is the
no.
thing, though. I don't think people grasp like how the R and the CM like
Hmm.
damage people. It
Hmm.
after like the physical part heals up, the emotional and mental scar left on. Oh my God, that's gonna carry with them.
Mm.
It just absolutely is like
Yes.
um
And it
my
shows up in
mom.
their life in different areas at different times, and
I'm
it's not
telling you
fair.
because my mom was essayed by her oldest sister's husband when she was
Mm.
12.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Mm. Mm.
yeah,
Mm.
she was 12. And back then, she did like tell my grandmother. My grandmother, she's an older lady. She, you know, I believe like it kind of, and that's what's going in my book. I believe like something similar may have happened to my grandmother because she was like, this is just what happens. You don't want to get in there with your sister. Like they covered it up.
Mm,
And my mama had to carry that.
right.
She had to carry that with her like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
oh
That's deep.
God.
That is deep. You should write a book
So
for your
fast
mother
forward,
too.
she wanted to leave. I am. That's what I'm doing. Writing a book on my mom, her life,
That's
because
good.
like it broke her inside, and then like fast forward, she marries the first guy. You know what I'm saying? Which is my older sister's dad. She marries him. You know what I'm saying? Just to get away from everything. They moved to California.
Mm-hmm.
He's abusive. Oh my God, she went through so much. That is not even the worst of it. Like just oh my God, the book is oh my God.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna buy it. Don't. Oh God, I can't wait.
And when I remember things that she's told me, and oh girl, the name of it is Etta's Jewels because
Wow,
like
I
my
love
mom's
that
name was Etta
name.
Jewel.
Do you know my
Yeah,
son's middle name is Jewels?
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I love that name,
yeah.
Jules, Jewels, Jules. I
And
love
I'm not
that.
the one that I hate that in predominantly black families when stuff like that happens. It's like what happens here stays here or whatever because people need to speak out about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? My aunt eventually divorced him and moved on, but you know what I'm saying? That's something that should have been disclosed. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know,
Because
but
if
some
he
I
did that,
think back then though, they was on survival mode. They could not show weakness.
yeah,
They was getting whipped. They was getting art in front of
yeah,
people. Like they could not show weakness. And that's why I get upset sometimes when people hold grudges against their parents because they didn't get the parents they felt like they should have got, the imaginary perfect parents.
yeah.
And you got to understand,
Mhm,
back then they did what they was working with, what they had. They did the best they could. You know what I mean? And that's why
mhm.
the good thing about growing up and learning life lessons is because you get to learn and do your life the way you want. No excuses. You can't use that what they
Exactly.
didn't do as an excuse because it's too much out here for you to to do it differently because you didn't like it that way. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's how I look at it because I know my grandmother had 17 kids and it
Oh,
was
okay.
rough. It was rough. It was a lot of mental illness, undiagnosed. It was a lot of
Uh-huh.
drug
Yeah,
abuse.
yeah,
It was a lot of stuff going on, and it screwed us up. It showed up in our lives in different ways, each of us. You know what I mean? But I can truly
it
say
did. Yeah,
we
it
ain't
does.
all screwed up, screwed up. We was, but we guess what? We all had sense enough. Most of us, anyway, that are on this earth still has sense enough to get it together and say, I deserve better. I want better, and I'm going to do whatever
Mhm.
necessary to do that.
Yeah, like you broke the chain.
Yep, because none of
Like,
my kids went through what I
mm-mm-mm.
went through. None of my kids experienced the things I experienced. None of my kids been in jail. None of them been locked up. None of them been suspended. None of them. I don't even think they. Well, my boys had a fight, but my daughter never had a fight. Me and her got into it. She didn't
Oh
talk to
wow.
me. My daughter didn't talk to me for 6 months because she said she would let somebody hit her or spit on her and she would just call the cops. And I said, "Oh no." I said, "You better tear they behind up." She said, "Oh ma,
Right.
we don't need the violence in this world. See, people like you make the world too violent." I said, "Girl, we were anyways." Long story short, my daughter probably never even been in a fight. Okay, they just didn't experience, and I'm glad they didn't, because I don't think
And
they would have
I'm
survived
glad
it.
that she never had to. With me though, like I think sometimes this just me. I feel like I might have made my son a little bit too tough.
Hmm.
Like I
Why
was
you say
hard
that?
on him. I think because like
You just
I
didn't want him to
disciplined.
be taken advantage of
I
and
didn't
be
want,
weak.
yeah, exactly. I didn't want him to be weak. I didn't want him to be taken advantage of. But in the process, I made him like how I used to be.
Mhm.
Like, cause I was rough. I
Mhm. Mhm.
like nothing scared me. I wasn't afraid of nothing. I didn't care about nothing. And not saying that's him because babe, he is a great father. 22 years old.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
he is a great father. He got two
Mhm.
biological kids and a stepdaughter. And man, when I tell you he a great dad. But I feel as though sometimes I should have took a different way of discipline. But I did what was done to, you know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
my
I
mom
believe
was hard.
in spankings and poppings, but
Yeah. But see,
I
I
didn't really
was
have
like
to with
really
mine
hard on
because
him.
they
Like
just listened.
I
You did
exactly
the
like
best you
I
can. You
was.
cannot be hard on yourself. You cannot. You did the best you can with what you was working with. You know what I mean? With what you
And
had.
he tells me and my husband that all the time. But like I said, I still feel like, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you know how you have to do different with different kids. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah. So I feel as though like maybe I should have taken like a different approach to like because oh my god, like I said, he is like a male version of what his mama was when before she,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, came in from the streets. He is absolutely that. And it
Mhm.
troubles me. And
Mhm.
he is going to therapy and stuff now or whatever, which I didn't do when I was younger. But he is going to therapy and stuff trying to get, you know what I'm saying, a hold of what's, the
Mhm.
anger
Which is a
management.
step. That's good.
Yep. So I'm proud about that or whatever. But yeah, I feel
Mhm.
like sometimes that like I was too tough on him. Like I because I wanted him to know that life was real. That's just like okay, like he has two kids, both of them by white girls, and I was always on
My
him.
kids too, girl. They don't got kids
Oh,
by 'em, but why
I
my
was
boys, all of
always
them
on
got
him
white
like
girlfriends?
this is the thing though with him. See, I taught my son, all
Wait a
my
minute,
kids,
Braylon,
everything.
you like white girls?
No, Braylon don't like white girls. Braylon loves full blown black women, big voluptuous women like Jill Scott and all that stuff.
Oh, okay,
Braylon
okay.
knows what he wants.
I don't care what they color, but long as they treat them right and they got some morals and character and
I
some dignity
I
and
disagree, Ladon.
drive.
I disagree, and this is why.
Why?
Um, I've never been one to agree with interracial dating. I
I never
believe that
did it, but
God.
I'm open to it now. But I
I'm
never
not.
did.
I'm not. I
Why?
would never.
If I
Man, let me
wait
tell you
on these
something.
black men with this mess going on and these,
Hey, not all
Man, let
black
me
men.
tell you
Thank you very much.
I can't do it, Ladon. I'm not gonna even lie. And that's why I
right.
told my son, I think he just made the decisions that he did just to like spite me.
No, I think it's because of the area I'm in. That's why my kids ended. Because I moved out of the hood when I started having them. So I think it's just the area and it's just the lack of the ones we do got out here. They be having nappy
Yeah, I could
ponytails and
never.
ashy
I
looking.
don't. Yeah, I don't think like I could ever like date. Uh, to me, black men are the sexiest things walking the earth.
They
I'm
are,
just
don't get me wrong, but I be seeing some sexy
I,
white boys
ain't
too,
nothing.
girl.
Look, I'm saying like I love dark skinned men. My husband good and dark and black. I
Mine
look. I
was too.
just look. I can't. I don't want nothing like
Dark.
bright
Mine
sort
is
of. I
dark and
don't.
chunky.
This is me. You hear me?
But
I don't
I'm
want. Look,
open.
he
I'm
chunky
doing
now,
something.
but when
I'm
I
50
got him, he
something
was
years
chunky.
old. Yeah, I was married 22 years, but he passed away a couple of years ago. But my thing
Oh,
is,
well, I'm
I'm
sorry.
50 something years old. Thank you. I'm 50 something years old. I still got life left. Um, I'm just willing to do things a little different this time and just be a little bit open. And it might not work. I might end up finding a black man. I'm not saying I'm going straight just white. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying whatever God has for me, I'm gonna be open to try. But there's
Right,
some
that's
things I
right.
ain't gonna
And
try. I ain't gonna try no pansexual. I ain't gonna try no
ugh,
alphabet. I ain't gonna try no bi. I ain't gonna try no none of that. No ex addicts. I don't want none of those drama problems. I'm sorry.
right,
Everybody deserves a second chance and deserves love, but I can't be the one to give you that love.
right. Mm-mm-mm.
But my daughter has a black boyfriend, but it's just the boys. And my little son, my 16-year-old, has a Latina girlfriend. But the two oldest, white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And my son's one of my son's baby mama, she thought was like in just telling people that I'm racist. I said, well, I guess you know what I'm saying. Like depending on who you ask, maybe you think that or whatever. If you want me to agree with y'all dating, I do not because it causes a lot of problems, and it's even hard on the
Hmm.
children, in my opinion. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is. But kids are cruel, period. You know what I mean? Because I lived in the hood and I got picked on. Your mother's on drugs, your mother's in jail, your grandmother's fat. I got picked on. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
kids are cruel no matter what is going on. But you're right. For interracial kids, it's probably a little tougher. It's probably in a different way. So I can't negate
yeah,
that. But I just know that I have cousins in my family that are mixed, and they're happy, successful kids.
yeah,
But there are some that went through hell and still going through it
yeah.
as adults.
My dad's mom was her dad was white, so
Hmm.
you know, um,
So you got that little blood
but
in you, girl.
no, ma'am, I'm full blooded black. You hear me?
Oh, did you do your ancestry thing?
Yes, we have been on ancestry.com. My sister, one of my older sisters, baby, she tracked us all the way down to the Africa.
Wow.
So
I'm going in December, you know.
what?
Yeah, I'm going in December. My cousin, he went over there and he got his dual citizenship. He goes there for 6 months, come here. He makes his creams. He got him a woman down there, and he was like,
Oh
"Well,
my
Dawn, I
god!
want you to come with me in December." And I already got my passport. I'm gonna take my shots in November or probably a couple weeks before I leave. I think I gotta take them, and he already got the
Yeah.
Airbnb. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Oh my god,
It
Ladon,
would be nice if I
everything.
could see Shanita and them when I'm down there. I'll go and donate time in the
Who?
village and help out.
Who?
Shanita,
Who is
Shanita,
that?
Mel's friend, the one that goes to Africa, that's building the
Oh,
school
okay,
and
okay, okay,
all of that.
yeah. Does she
Yeah.
have a home there, or is that just
Yeah,
somewhere
she
she
got a home
goes?
there too. I think she got dual
Oh
citizenship
wow,
like my cousin does.
wow, that's
He
amazing.
just it is, and he just bought land there, and he loves it. And
That's
I'm
on
like,
my bucket. Look, to go to Africa is on my bucket list. I do want to go to
Same.
Africa. Yeah, you do too, Braylon. I
I'm
No,
absolutely do.
no,
excited.
absolutely. And you know what's really cool? I mean, Africa is not what people think it is, through YouTube
And
and photos and
yeah,
stuff.
that part.
I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
It's
dirt
Yeah.
roads, dusty hut
no,
houses. That's what I
it's
assumed.
it's much deeper than that. And when it
Hmm.
comes to interracial dating, I mean, listen, I think everybody knows my crushes by now. They're all black women.
Hmm.
And listen, I don't mind an Afro Latina, La Anthony could get from Braylon Lee, La Bray Bray. Listen, it could be a thing. But at the beginning, middle, end of the day, my thing is this: if you get into interracial dating, just don't forget that you're black. That's the biggest thing I ask. Don't forget that you're black.
I
And one of
can't
my good
forget I'm black.
right, and one of my good friends, they asked me, Braylon, would you ever marry a white woman? I'm like, well, if something happens in my community and I wake up with her in the morning, we're gonna have to have a conversation. But if I marry a black
Yeah.
woman, all we gotta do is just look at each other.
Hmm.
And he was like, I never thought about it that way. I'm like, yeah, sometimes marrying in your own culture does not mean that you can't love other people. I mean, good damn, I'm going to the biggest industry where everyone's my audience. So I can't really judge like he or she who has to sit cast the first stone. Um,
Hmm.
Right.
but also too, it's nice to wake up to you.
Hmm.
So that's how I feel. But yes, I would love to go to Africa someday.
Hmm.
Oh my God, I do, and I do want to go to the village that they found out we came from or whatever, and
Yeah. My
I want
cousin
to do all
found
that. I
our
want to go
name
to
in the newspaper clipping where my ancestors were. It's like I'm really excited. He, videoed while he was there, and it's cool.
yeah. It's always amazing, like to find out like your history from
Hmm.
your ancestors, where they came from, or whatever. Like it. Well, it's exciting to me. Like I just like stuff like that.
Hmm.
I really do. And I want to go to that. I believe they call it like the point of entry or point of no return or whatever. Like the little canal that the slaves went through when I mean,
Hmm.
when they were
Hmm.
being transported over here. They
Right.
said it's like nothing else. When you go in there, like you can feel like the energy. And
Wow.
I wanna go there. Yeah. So
Okay. Okay
I thank
now.
the Lord. Look, I thank God for the ancestors because, oh my God, they would have had to pick a tree with me.
Girl, me too. I
Look,
would have been
you
done a
might
long
well
time
go.
ago.
Let me tell you something. Go on, pick a tree. You
A
might well go
long
on, pick a
time
tree.
ago. My feet would have been cut off from running so much. My hands. I would have
Exactly.
been
I'd have been worse.
unruly.
Look, I would have been worse than Kunta, baby. I'm telling y'all,
Okay.
just go on, pick a tree,
Hmm.
baby,
Hmm.
because this ain't gonna work.
Talking to me like that, hitting on me like that, and mm-mm.
Baby, I just couldn't even imagine like some of the stuff that what I'm saying
That they
that
went
they
through
had to endure. Yeah, it is
and
crazy.
watch. They would make them watch. They were cruel.
And
They were
yeah,
cruel.
they were like, and that was their mode of taming them.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all ever heard of Willie Lynch, but Willie Lynch
Yes.
was like, yeah, he was a slave. You know the done or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And how he was telling them how to keep like the slaves and stuff in order or whatever. And that stuff right here, it was so deep and so demonic that they don't passed it down from generation to
The
generation. Like
generation. They made the
put
kids even involved.
exactly. he said you put one uh like the light skinned slave in the house and tell him he better than the field hand. It's always that conflict. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it's been passed down generation to generation to generation to generation.
Mm. Yeah, and that's
It's
even
still
now.
going on.
I was about to say even now because I live
Yep.
in I'll say, middle class suburbia. Well, not middle class. Well, for me, I'm middle class, but they're more, Anyways, my son
Yeah.
is not light skinned. He's Coco. So, anyways, the white kids or the Brazilians will call him names and stuff like that, and I said, that's learned behavior. You don't just wake up
Hmm.
calling people stuff like that. That's because that's what's in their home. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I said, but you let them know they're the ones that's acting like a nigga. I said, they're the
Right.
ignorant ones.
Uh-huh.
I said, and another thing, tell them you ain't poor. You live in the same complex as they do. You got cable, internet, you got everything they got. I said, you ain't no
Right.
poorer than them. That if we poor, they poor. Because why they mama ain't got no deed to no house then? Why we all living in the same complex? Fuck out of
Exactly.
here.
And
I go to work every day just like they do.
I remember when my son was like probably 4 or 5 or whatever, and me, him, and my husband were in, I think it was Walmart, and there was this little girl or whatever. My husband's 6'3". So anyway, there was this little girl in there, and she was like, "Mama, that's a tall N word." And so the mama was like, oh my God, why would you say something like that? I said, "Cause she got it from you." I said, "Baby, 'cause she got it from you. Ain't no
Mm-hmm.
way this girl know that word unless she got it
That's
from you."
right.
So stop playing.
That's right.
That woman apologized to me all the way to that car or whatever. She
Hmm.
got to that car, whatever, trying to apologize and stuff. I said, "Girl, you better get the fuck away from me before
That's
I
what.
beat your ass."
That's what I would have said. That's what I would have said.
I said, "And I'm so serious or whatever. I ain't gonna whoop her ass, but I'll whoop your
Mm-hmm.
ass because she got it from
You
your
girl,
ass."
get
It's
away from
talk,
me.
right? It's talk.
Hmm.
I said,
Hmm.
"And your mammy a damn N word."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that stuff is blatant, and Trump made it even more acceptable, because
Yeah,
in
Trump
all
put a
the
better.
years,
It was already there. But what
but they were
Trump did,
sneaky with it though. But they were sneaky
yes,
with it.
this is the thing, though, Ladon. Trump put a battery in their back and made them
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable to say
Mm-hmm.
the things that they were saying. It was already there,
Mm-hmm.
and we not going to act like it was not. It
Oh
was
no,
out,
it
but
wasn't.
when
No, it was there. But like I
it
said,
was
he
already
made
there,
it acceptable to be out front with it. Like just go outside your house. Before they were sneaky with it, like I said.
right?
Now
And
they
look, and this is the
blatant.
thing.
Think about it. I'm 50
I
something years
actually
old.
thank
No
him
one has
for
never
actually
stormed the White
doing
House.
that because you had this is the thing. I actually thank Trump for actually doing that, putting a better in their bed because he made people that say, "Oh, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I'm not racist." He made them come to the forefront, and you could see
No.
them.
No, I didn't need to see
So
them because I know it's there. What it did was make them start passing these laws that they don't have to have gun licenses, give them excuse to take us down anytime they want to. That's what he did. No, 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 no. You
yeah,
better fake it. You better shut up. You better sit in that room with me and crivel because you're going to be the
mm,
one crivel. Like what they say, you make the devil flee, you don't flee. No, 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 no. You
that's
be
right.
uncomfortable. I'm not. But just to be blatant and be able to use things as excuses now they're trying to push this law of racism, they're in fear of us by our color alone, and they temporarily snap because of how they grew up because of racism, of years of racism or something like that. They're trying to use that as an excuse in court when a white man takes one of ours out. Come
Right.
on now. Come on now. No, we got to do this a
That's
different way.
right.
We got to do this a different way because it's there.
But the
It
sad,
is
you know
there.
what the sad thing is? Trump, I'm telling y'all. Mark my word. Trump is gonna get back in office.
Well, I'm praying
They
that he
gonna put him back
doesn't.
in.
I'm
I'm
praying that he
praying he
doesn't.
don't.
You know
I,
why? Because
the way
Biden's
it's
so
looking,
old. Look, because Biden's so old. Soon as he go, we're gonna have that black woman take over next. But we still at least got the Democrat Party in power. We do not, at the end of the day, I don't care how
yeah,
old he is, we do not want the Republicans in the lead. We just don't want that.
exactly. Yeah, baby. Because
Let them go on and
if they
fall
get
out.
in there,
Because Camilla's right
right.
there.
Hmm.
That's who takes over next. People ain't
And then the
thinking.
thing with me is like the fools that are over there supporting Trump. Everybody can support who they want to. Don't get me wrong. But the things
Mhm.
that Trump has done, the things that Trump has said, like all of his policies, if they go back and look through them or whatever, were were put in place to villainize like people
And
of color.
segregation too. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And now don't get me wrong. I won't tell you the truth. Like I could in my opinion, I have a problem with the segregation thing. I do not. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
tell
my
you
thing
why.
would be this. This is what my thing would be
Because
with
if
the
you go back,
segregation. Where would we be and where would they be? Where would they
they're not
where
gonna
would they
be
push
equal.
us? You know, if they're in the ones in power, where would they push
Listen, they're
us?
the if
Because
there
he's
was
already
a way
building a
for them
wall
to
for the
be equal, I
Latinas. Listen, if he's already building a wall for the Latinas and sending them back, what do you think he's going to try to do with us next?
exactly. That's
Nah,
true. That is
nah.
absolutely true. The
Let
thing
us
with
make
me
our
though,
money.
with
Let us become rich like we're supposed to. And let us buy our houses and we can live anywhere we want to live around who we want to live around. How about that?
right.
Give us what we deserve because we ain't lazy. We're smarter than them.
And
We're
then this is
smarter
the
than them.
thing though. This is the thing. And they know that because this country was built off our backs.
Mm,
No, that's absolutely right.
This country, this country was built off our backs. If it wasn't for my ancestors, what would this goddamn country be? You
mm,
see, this is the thing why it's a threat because you take a people out of their homeland they don't know the language, they don't know like the demographics of the area, and they come here and they build and they thrive, be it they slaves or whatever. You cannot kill the inner spirit of anybody of African descent, and that's just the truth.
mm.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
I think what happened in 2020 with 45 and everything, I think it just showed that we've been holding on by rope, thread, and tape for a very long time,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Right.
broke. When he
Yep.
said I could hop house him by the middle of Fifth Avenue and still have voters,
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm, mm,
um,
mm,
that right there to me, I'm just like, oh,
mm.
okay, you know,
Because he gave out stimulus money. You know, you root to
right,
all evil is money. Oh, he gave us money. Woohoo. He gave us
right,
what was
Right.
ours.
And then
and
look, and then these. Go ahead, Berlin. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. And I say that to my mom very often because she knows my mouth when I give hot topics and things like that. And she's like, Bray, I understand he said that, but that doesn't mean you have to go to that level. I'm like, Mom, I'm not ever going to go to that level. But the point that I am making is until the FCC gets onto him for that comment, I should not have to hear ish from the FCC about
Mm.
being a black man having a media career. That's what I'm saying. Because if I were to say that, or if any black person were to say that, it would be over, completely over. existence,
Mm.
soul, and the form of sperm that was in your mama's womb to come into the world will be over if a black person said that. And I don't get how somebody can say things like that. And because they did policies that helped you out a few times, that that's a president. And I've said this before. I think a lot of people said this. If you apply for a job and you gotta give a resume and cover letter, damn, you gotta give a resume and cover letter to be the president of the United States. We need references.
You can't get certain jobs because of a background
That's it.
or
And that's
something,
the
but yet
fact.
he can run for president.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
let me tell you
So
something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I went to nursing school or whatever, I got in some trouble years ago. You have to go through the courts, get that stuff expunged for you to get a
Hmm.
license, a certification, whatever.
And you
I'm
got to
so
wait a
serious.
certain amount of time before you even eligible to put that paperwork in.
You absolutely do. So you know what I'm saying? Like it should be,
I'm on that now. I'm in the process of that now, girl. You ain't
yeah.
lying, because I'm doing it now. I'm
It's
getting
it,
ready
it's
to.
it's a mess. But Donald Trump or whatever, the reason why like he was able to get in there, whatever and stuff is because like he was saying things, and I really honestly and truly, he probably is racist. I believe everybody racist to a certain extent, but he's more of a elitist than he is anything else. Like he doesn't understand
What do you
like the
mean he's a elitist? Wait a minute. Explain that
he's
to me.
he's an elitist because he came from a family that already had money.
Right.
So he doesn't understand the average Joe American that's going to work every day to provide for their family and stuff. And see, that's the thing that they don't understand. You can even talk to Donald Trump as who they are. Y'all supporting him. Like I said, he's more of a elitist than he is a racist or whatever.
I think, okay, I'm not even
I
going to
think it's
disagree
a
with
more
you.
of a
I
class
think it's
thing with him.
50-50. I think it's fifty
Yeah,
fifty because
I believe
even
that
the
too,
rich
LaDon.
black people, he look at them as niggas and using them too for his benefit. He don't give two about them. When they walk away, he be like, yeah, we're going to get all the
Right. Just like hell, he
please.
made that statement. Oh my, when he went into one of his businesses or whatever, and they had all those black accountants or whatever talking about he didn't want them counting his money or whatever. It's just so much stuff. But you still
He's
got these
clowning
people out
Kanye
here that
West
are
right
saying,
now.
yeah,
Look, he's
they
clowning Kanye West right now. Him making those sneakers is he's making a point. He's saying Kanye West makes these ugly
and that's
looking
so
sneakers.
insult. That was so look. That was so
Hmm.
insulting. Oh,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna make these sneakers or whatever because those people love sneakers.
Those
Y'all see how I
people,
support that?
racist.
Those people racist.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's insane. It's insane.
Yep.
The people that support him like us
Yep.
or whatever,
Yep.
it makes no sense to me.
Yep.
Okay, you talking well, it's not about man, and I agree. If I had to go off like not voting or voting for somebody who racist, I'd have never have voted because all of them racist. Let's just keep it a book. That they all are. But
I'm not
go ahead, Ladon.
at this point because I feel like the last couple of years, since Obama, we ain't really had too many of the pickings. You know what I mean? We
Mm-hmm.
haven't had too many good options, but because
Right.
our world is made up of politics
Yep.
and I care about the change, I have to vote Democrat no matter what. I have to put
Right.
that vote in because if I don't, what if he win by one vote and it was because of me?
Right.
This
Exactly.
affects my life. I am middle class. I have to work.
Mm.
I have to.
Yeah.
You understand? I got to vote Democrat at the end of the day. That is my party. That is my people. That is for us.
Right.
He is old.
And
He is
see,
not
with
going to
me, like
last.
I'm a independent. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm an independent. I have voted Republican sometimes, like, but I do not. I have never voted for Trump. Like, I just never have or whatever. I'm an independent or
Some of
whatever.
my Indian tribe, because I'm a part of my Indian tribe, my family, and some of my Indian tribe cousins, they vote independent.
Yeah, yeah. What's your tribe?
It's Nassawaspi Nipmunk tribe. And
Okay.
my
All
my
right.
tribal name is Strong Wind.
Yes.
I got my
Okay.
ID and everything. I'm gonna do more with
Wow.
it now that I got a car and I can get out to the meetings and stuff. I'm gonna do more with it.
Do they still do like the whole
Ceremony, yeah, we having
yeah.
it. We had it. I had that's how I had to get had I went through the ceremony to get blessed in to my tribe after we did the blood work and all of that. And then this summer we're having another one and they all ooh, they be all the ancestors be out there dressed up in their stuff. My cousins can talk the
My have
language. My cousins can
yes.
actually talk the language,
Listen,
girl.
if you never seen it, oh my god, it is a like the energy from those ceremonies is everything.
I
Like
will. I'll probably email you
here in
when we
Louisiana,
do it this
they have
summer.
yeah.
You're in
I love it.
Louisiana?
Yeah.
Oh, they do stuff like that. Yeah. They got a
Yes,
lot of
they
stuff like
do.
that too.
Hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's something to see, and I love for the kids to see that type of stuff.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah,
My little cousins, they know the language. Their mothers know the language. They pray in that native language. My little cousins, 15, 12, 11, 7, they talk it, girl. I'll be like, what?
right.
Hmm.
Like here in Louisiana, it's the Choctaw. And
Choctaw.
they ceremonies are yeah, Choctaw. They are everything,
Wow.
everything. Like I love to go there, to see them like do the whole ceremony. I like to see like the chiefs with those big what are they called? Oh my god, it's
I
something to
can't
see.
remember neither. That's why I
It
told you
is
I got a
something to
car
see.
now. I'm gonna go back. I'm
I
gonna
love
start
it.
going to the tribal meetings. They do it every month. They have meetings every month. It's in Rhode Island, but I'm in Marlboro, so it's like 45, 50 minutes away. But I got a new car, so I can get there now. I'm gonna start getting back into stuff. I gotta find a new church home because me and my old church fell apart. We fell apart, girl. Because I told you I don't play that mess. When I start seeing stuff in the
You
church,
better go, girl. You better
I
go.
go. I run. I run, girl. And I gave that when the assistant
Oh,
pastor tried to hug me, I said, "Don't touch me." I said, "I don't want your energy rubbing off on me." That's just what I told the assistant pastor. She's a bully. She bullies the old
right.
people in the church, snatches things from them, yell at them. They be running in the bathroom crying. I said, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Don't let her do that to you, child." And the pastor wasn't doing nothing
Right.
about it.
See, the thing
You
is,
know,
like, mm,
mm-mm. And when my husband passed away,
yeah,
and we paid our tithes, we paid our tithes. I donated time. I even my son. I would bring my son to the the soup kitchen. We would serve meals. We would prepare the food. I would go and plant flowers to the old folks' home. I donated time. I went to Bible study every week. I was involved. You know what I mean? And when my
right.
husband passed away, When my husband passed away, the pastor said, he came to my job and said, because he used to, the store that I worked at then, he used to go to, and he was like, me and the church want to help you. What time will you be home tomorrow? I want to drop off a check to you because I know your income changed now. I was like, oh my God, Pastor, thank you. Because I didn't ask for nothing. He came and told me that, right? So the next day I get off of work, I said, Pastor, you could drop the check off now. He never responded back. I waited a couple of hours. I did it one more time after that. I said to my aunt, because she goes to the church too, I said, I ain't asking him no more. I said, and I'm done. I said, because I don't care about the people sitting next to me, but the pastor of the church got to be close to God. And if he's not a
Mhm.
man of his word, he can't tell me nothing about no book. He can't lead me in nothing. I said, he is not a man of his
Exactly.
word. If he would have checked the
Right.
account and it wasn't what he thought he can do, he should have said, LaDawn, I put my foot in my mouth right now. It's not a good time. The church ain't doing too good. And I understand that because that's just what it is.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
to not
Mhm.
answer, so I left that church. I said, oh no, they're hypocrites. They just want our money and they ain't trying to do nothing for nobody. No. And then you see him in front row Celtics
Right.
tickets. He got floor seats at the Celtics games, and you see the pastor. And then this woman and her husband bought their first home, and he gifted them front row tickets at the Celtics game because he got season tickets, I guess. And I said he
Wow.
would somebody who can afford a house. He gifted tickets to, but he couldn't help me and my son out, who is not
Mm.
that well off, and you took pictures and was posting it on Facebook. I was like, you're dirty. You're rich is for the rich and bump the poor. That's what it is. Because you put into people that already got money, but you
Right.
leave the small people behind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got out of there.
Mhm. That's that. Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
So these churches, like you said, with these
Everybody to
pastors.
pray for. Go ahead, Ladon.
No, I was just saying, when you said what you said about it makes people discouraged, it does, but I know better. That's why I'm not giving up.
Mm.
I got a car now.
Right.
I'm going into the city where because I like a choir. I love a choir. That choir got to move me. I love song. I
Yes.
love music. So I like the churches more up that way. So
Right.
I am gonna go in this church that I've been, visiting online. I'm gonna go inside, drive up there and visit it and see how I feel, try it out. I ain't gonna give up.
Right. Yeah. And I love a good choir too, but myself or whatever, um, I don't know if you know, Braylon probably does, but my husband is a minister, but I
Mm.
myself set myself down for like on
Wait a
it
minute, you broke
because
up.
I said I don't know if you know, but my husband is a minister.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I when I
Was he a minister when you met him, or while y'all was together he became
no,
one?
we were now the done, we were both thugs.
Mhm.
Look, we were both thugging.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
but you know what I'm saying? He's been a minister for about 3 or 4 or 5 years or whatever. And
Mhm.
I'm not where he is, you know what I'm saying? I love God, I believe in the word or whatever, all that
Mhm.
stuff. And but I'm still me. Like I
Mhm.
still will jump out the porch and snatch you up. I still will curse you out or whatever, or whatever. It girl, I'm a
Mhm.
work in progress, you know.
Well,
Uh
I ain't perfect neither, but I still love,
right. And but the thing with me is I set myself down from the choir. I'm not going to get up there in that
Oh.
choir yeah, and sing no praises or whatever, and then cuss your ass out in the same
Mm-hmm.
tongue. I'm not doing
So
it.
you keeping it
I
real
don't
within
do it.
yourself.
Exactly. I'm not gonna do
Mm-hmm.
it because I'm not that one. I'm just not that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good as gold. I give you anything I got, but please don't come for me and don't come for my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't.
Mm-hmm. I hear you, girl. No, but
Yeah,
you
but
don't set out to hurt nobody, right?
nah, I don't set out to hurt nobody.
Do you steal from
But
people?
I, huh?
Do you steal from people?
Do I? Why hell no?
No. Right. So
I
do
don't
you
steal
give
from people,
charity? Do you
but
help the next person?
you better ask around. Anything I got, anybody can get. They know that.
So that's what God
Like,
expects of you. Those are the
look, my
main
family.
things.
If you ask my family members and friends or whatever, they be like, "I do too much." I will literally give somebody my last. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
I done been down and out.
Right. And you
I've
don't want
been where,
nobody to feel like we
yeah,
did. I
been
get
where
it.
I didn't have, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I got it and somebody need, I'm gonna give it. One thing about me and that man in there, that recliner or whatever, he gonna make sure that we straight or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? If you tell me something like you need something, guess what? If I got it, I'm giving it to you. I do not care because I've been there where or whatever. Like when I need, I needed help. So you know what I'm
I
saying?
get it.
Yeah,
Mhm. So,
and that's
Braylon,
what
are
my
you a ordained preacher, or would you ever become one?
Oh no. Mm-mm. There's no way I
They,
could be a Christian. No, no. I want Thick Girl Sunday as a day at church. There's no way
but you
that's
could
going
be a
to happen.
motivational speaker.
Yes, I can.
now that
Yes, I
right
can.
there, done. I do believe he could be a
Mm-hmm.
motivational speaker. I love me some Braylon. I really do
Mm-hmm.
Listen, and
because
I
he
do
can
appreciate.
really
I respect
speaks.
him too. I respect him.
Yeah,
He don't punk
he could
down.
really
He's a
be
real
a
man.
motivation. He
He stands
is.
up,
And
and
then
I like
see
that.
that's what makes me mad. When people come for him, like he's so disrespectful. If you saying something to this man constantly,
Okay.
what is he supposed to do?
That's it.
Like a
That's
person
it.
can only take so much.
Like you could keep saying what you want, then he can't say nothing back. Like who you think you are?
Exactly, LaDon. That's what I be
Eh,
like, what is he supposed to do? Man, if I was Brandon's sister, baby, I'd have snatched all you bitches.
Listen, that's why I said I couldn't be on Married to Medicine because me and
I would,
Heavenly would have been rolling around on that table.
but
And the
you know
crazy
what?
thing is, and the
The
crazy,
person I dislike the most on Married to Medicine is Toya Bush
Simone.
Harris,
Oh, Toya.
Simone,
Ooh.
and Dr. Jackie. I
Ooh.
can't stand now one
I'm
of them.
so happy somebody finally see what I see in Toya. I don't
yeah.
like that girl.
Toya full of
I
shit.
mean,
Toya is very
I mean,
messy.
she
Toya wants
is,
somebody to
and
kiss her ass.
yeah. No, I fully agree, and thank y'all for the love. But no, let me tell y'all the real reason why we'll never be that is because, for me, I grew up in a full gospel Baptist church down south, where church was pretty
Mm,
much every
Hmm.
day.
every
Um,
Yeah,
day. Wow.
and listen, I take God very seriously. I believe you have to
right.
either be born into that or that is a true calling on your life.
Hmm.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I do appreciate the fact that people say, "Have you been a minister? Have you been a bishop or anything like that?" Because I know when I speak very real, I know for other people they feel like it is a sense of like, well, damn, that really spoke to me through God, but you know, it to me it wasn't God. It was just
That's your
me being
delivery.
me. That's That's just my
Right.
delivery, right? But I've also come to recognize to not turn down that love that people are giving me, because it did take something
Mm,
in them to see that in me. Now, could I be a motivational speaker at church? Absolutely. But also, too, you're gonna have to let Braylon be Braylon.
Mm.
That,
right.
if I go to the church and I say, listen, how many of y'all didn't want to wake up today? I don't need the pastor to say you can't say that.
Mm.
Right.
Or if there's somebody that, lost their job and they feel like they don't want to be here anymore mentally, I need to be real on your platform. If I can't be real on your platform, then I can't do business with you, because
Right.
my ministry with media is so deep, and the way I look at my media career is I'm there for you Monday through Friday so you can get to your Sunday.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's how I truly feel. So when you see, the Brainly Talk Show, you hear the Brainly Morning Show, if our host Family Feud or whatever I do, I want you to know I am that conduit for you, for your life, until you get that energy for you to have your own life.
Mhm.
And I feel that, just because I'm not on a pulpit on Sunday doesn't mean I'm not reaching everybody. And everybody needs to be reached
Hmm.
Right.
differently. You
That's
know, I
right.
mean,
And that's true.
sometimes,
That's true.
yeah, sometimes you don't want to talk to your bishop that gives scripture. Sometimes you need to go on the
Hmm.
Brain League talk show and be like, okay, so Braylon is going to judge it for what it is. Okay, so listen, you say that you want your man to care more about you, or you appreciate anything that he does, because men deserve love
I
too.
want to be like Ion. I want to not be like. I want to be on the lines
I
of
appreciate the love too.
Ionla.
Yeah. You could be Dolton
Hmm. I
because
want one
like
of those kind of
you've
settings.
experienced a lot of things in your life that people can relate to. I feel as though
Hmm.
like you could give great advice to people. I've been told like I could be that one that
Hmm.
give great advice because of the things I've been through. But see, I can't handle
Right.
the stupid shit. I can't do the stupid shit. Like I'm trying to tell you something, try to help your ass or whatever. Then you over there like, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming from a good place, and then you come, man. I can't handle that because I fight.
But that's
I
why I
fight.
said I would be like Ionla, because she don't take no mess. She gonna tell you
Mm-hmm.
full of crap. She said you full
Right.
of crap. You're selfish.
Yep.
Think about it.
Yep.
She gonna give you the real and help you, but she gonna make you see it the truth,
Yep.
real and raw.
And some people be like they want the real, but then they really can't handle it.
Handle it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like you can
Some people
say
say
some,
they
you win
want
some, you
realness.
lose some. That's how that go.
Right.
But
Hmm.
look how many came back. They walked out because they couldn't handle it, but then they came back because then they realized they needed that.
Exactly.
You know.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But guys, I got to go to work in the morning.
All are done. Thank you so much for coming over here. I have enjoyed you.
No, thank you for having me. I'm so glad I caught you. I be in the bushes sometimes, though. All right.
Thank
Good
you
night,
so
y'all.
much
Good
for
night,
that.
Braylon.
All right. Good night. Bray Bray. Hello. Braylon. Loud. Is Braylon sleep? Braylon. Okay. So I don't know where my boy Braylon is or if he's fell asleep on us. However, I have thoroughly enjoyed each and every one of you tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the commentary. Because I enjoyed you all being here. I appreciate each and every one of your guys' support. Um, yeah, I just don't know how much.
Oh
Shout
no,
out at
it's all
Ladon.
good.
Braylon. I was like, what is Braylon? I'm just talking.
No, I'm right here. I'm right here. No, I am. I appreciate always being up here with you, and Ladon did a great job. The thing about life is what you give to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you have to be willing to. You have to be willing to give in order to receive. And sometimes you're not going to be the most articulate in everything you say. But I think it's about the quality, not the quantity of things you can say. And of course, you always do a
exactly.
great job. And I really do love you and appreciate you very much. You know that. So,
Yeah, and I appreciate you so much too, Braylon. Oh my God. And who would have thought I've been like getting this close to Braylon, T Talk, and all the other
so
ones that I really, really, really love.
oh,
But you
absolutely.
guys, I appreciate and I love, love, love me some Braylon, T Talk, Chef Dun Dun, Prosperity. Y'all just don't know like what you all mean to me. And I really appreciate and look up to you guys. I really do.
No, it is all good. And you know what, honestly, too, this is what I would say to anybody. Um, get to know people for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Don't let a moment dictate your connection with them. And honestly, to
Exactly.
tell you the truth, if you really want to know somebody's character, ask around about them.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Yeah.
everybody says they're a bad person, then listen. But if everyone has said that that person, yes, they are passionate, yes, they do the most, but it's their consistency in their soul, and that one person can't bring up no actual shit about you that you've done to them
Mm-hmm.
personally,
Right.
just let it be. Because
Just let
otherwise,
it
if receipts come out and other people come through and you play the victim, you're going to get dragged. And you probably deserve it. Just saying.
right. And for the record, Braylon doesn't disrespect women. Okay. Braylon does not
Thank you for
disrespect
saying
women.
that.
Braylon is a gentleman. Braylon is passionate about people he loves, and he and T Talk are extremely close. That is like his aunt or whatever. So of
Absolutely.
course he's gonna go up first. And then when you don't know the ins and outs of things, you probably need to shut the fuck up.
That
Um,
part.
I do not agree with people saying that men shouldn't say nothing to women when I disagree with that because like if a woman continuously comes at a man, then what?
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you can't come out your mouth disrespectful to a man and then expect that man not to say anything just solely on the fact that you're a woman because it's some disrespectful ass hoes out here.
Yes, it
Like,
is.
I mean, they come for people and talk about people and dox people and downgrade people or whatever, and then they expect a man not to say anything. No, ho. No, ma'am.
Absolutely right.
If you come for somebody, expect somebody to come for you.
Absolutely right. And I also do want to say this too. I'm equal opportunity. If you go over to my channel and Swamp Talk will tell you, I talk about everybody. I drag everybody. I uplift everybody. When
And he
Funky
does.
Dineva said, and when Funky Dineva said what he said about Chloe Bailey, I eviscerated him immensely because I
Right.
don't believe that a grown man 40 should be talking about 22-year-old, and especially it was so unnecessary. I've covered Jonathan
Exactly.
Majors. I've covered Kiki Palmer. I've covered P. Diddy. I've covered
Yeah.
Monique and her son. So, so,
Mhm.
so miss me with the ish that I'm disrespectful to black women. I'm disrespectful to
You're
black men too
absolutely
when
not.
they get caught when they
Um,
do wrong.
and the incident in question, about you calling the lot all you out of her name
Hmm.
was warranted. The lot all you was in these YouTube streets with
Absolutely.
her ass doxing people because she
Yes.
felt as though they were working for or with Carlos King, uh,
Correct.
allegedly to take down Melody. And that
Correct.
was, and while I do feel as though people on that cast have a disdain for Mel, that was just outlandish. These are people that actually you can go through their channel and go through their content where they're defending Mel.
Absolutely.
They are going up for Mel, but yet they took it upon themselves to go and look up these people's personal information and put it and you know what I'm saying, just like it wasn't anything. That's why I say I stand with Miss Black Titanic and I stand with Here for High Tea. Now that
Amen.
subscriber, I do not, I don't give a damn. You had no business looking up these people's personal information.
Correct. Absolutely right.
Absolutely
No,
wrong.
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
And
And I
for
appreciate
you
you giving.
and for you bitches to disrespect and threaten or call T Talk's job,
Hmm. Those way.
whatever you are called, it is warranted. That is
Yep.
so out of line, so
Absolutely.
like pathetic. There is nothing going on this social media thing that will make me look up somebody's shit just because I have an assumption,
Hmm. No, you're
because I
absolutely
have a
right.
theory in my mind. It's absolutely wrong. I do not give a damn. And whatever y'all get, y'all get. That is
No, and
bullshit.
right, and I appreciate you bringing this to the light because I think because I think um a lot of people don't know the flavor of the Kool-Aid and why it tastes that way.
Mhm. Right.
And honestly, for anybody that believes that any one of us work for Carlos King, I want you to go back to season one up to now and look for our names in every ending title card of every episode.
But this is the thing, Barlin. They started out with the accusations against Shelf and Prosperity. They were
Hmm.
saying that they all were working for Carlos King, which was the
Right.
most outlandish shit I ever heard. And it was
It
things that
was.
they didn't believe themselves. Cause in one breath, I know Bobby Brown mouth would say, "Oh, Prosperity begging for 40." Okay, you saying she broke, but then she working for Carlos. Which one is it gonna be?
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
It can't be both or whatever. That's why I was like, I can never deal with her. I'm for black women. No, the fuck you not. You not for black
Mhm.
women because your ass over here down on another black woman
That
or
part.
whatever
That
because you don't like her. If I don't like the bitch, guess what? I'm not going on her page. I don't care what she's saying. None of that stuff. I do not.
absolutely.
And TikTok was a friend to her, but
Yes, she was.
I knew. I said, I love me some TikTok. Great, great, great content creator. Or whatever. I
Absolutely.
love her. But I cannot deal with those two with her. And I
Yeah.
knew that they were gonna do exactly what they did.
Yeah.
I
No,
knew it.
absolutely.
Or whatever. And and,
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 and, and, and it was I be damn. There it is.
yeah.
It
And
it it
honestly,
it, it hurt me
and
inside that self and prosperity were being drugged through the mud or
mhm,
whatever, lied on and everything, and nobody stood in the gap to say, nah, that's not who they are. Nobody is
exactly.
perfect. But for them to lie on them or whatever the way they did, baby, that was just pathetic. I couldn't stand it.
It was completely wrong.
Long time ago, and it's probably still on Show Channel. That damn like all you went on Show Channel, baby, and tried to check him about a statement that he made or whatever. Chef apologized if she took it the wrong way, whatever. This bitch still, after he done
Mm,
apologized numerous times or whatever, she still went on, you know what I'm saying? Like it was an issue, went to other channels disparaging him,
correct.
talking about him, all that type of stuff or whatever. And then when he claps back, here they go, same old bullshit. Ah, they
Hmm.
disrespect black women. They disrespect black women. Boy, your black ass shouldn't keep coming for him. Cause what is he supposed to say? What is
That's
he
it.
supposed to do?
That's absolutely it. That is
That's
absolutely
wrong.
it. And here's
It's
the
absolutely,
and here,
absolutely wrong.
right. And here's the crazy thing too. I really do. When I say that, I wish everybody well. I really mean that because life is bigger than this shit. It really is.
Right.
We are all black. We could not be here today for a numerous number of circumstances. And
Exactly.
I think it upsets people that I can stand 10 toes down in who I am and still wish you well because I
Right.
understand the gravity that life
Mm-hmm.
is more than the energy that I'm giving to this shit. And
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have that faculty of brain cells to form a brain to comprehend that, they get mad at somebody who knows who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say this, but at 29 years old, I have more soul of an elder than the 50-year-olds that's supposed to be my damn elders. That's fucking sad.
Exactly. It is.
And like I
But
and like I
apparently though, Braylon, your parents raised you um to be where you are. Like you to me, you are amazing. Like I'm not gonna,
thank
say what you told me the other day, but oh my god, it gives me like so much encouragement, especially what I told you about my daughter. Um,
absolutely.
because you are so articulate, you are so with everything. Y'all don't know, I get emotional when it comes to my daughter. Um, but what you shared with me the other day, like I was like, wow,
Yeah,
you know, it inspired me and gave me hope for my child, you know?
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
No, and I appreciate you saying that because I think a lot of times in life, people really don't know people's story.
They
And
don't.
you know,
And
sometimes
it's
and some
sad.
and
Like, oh my God.
and some and sometimes I think to myself, I'm just like, for all the smoke that comes from me, look at my lives and then compare the haters that are talking about me in their lives. Just
Right.
do that sometime. Now you ain't gotta come to my
It
channel
kills
and
me
say,
because it's
Braylon,
like they're mad because you have an opinion
yeah,
on something. It's the same thing that they do with Chef. He has an opinion. He gives his dialogue on things, and then they try to persecute him for every little thing they say. When I've been on
yeah,
these internet streets and I've witnessed the cruel and vicious,
yeah,
malicious things that others have said, my fellow black women. You know what I'm saying? Just like a couple of days or maybe last week when Chef was like, "We don't discuss children over here." It was like a
yeah,
situation with Knox. At the end of the day, he's right. Like that baby
yeah.
is innocent. He did not pick his two fucked up ass parents.
No, he did not.
You know? He did not. And so I feel that way as well. Like, do not I cannot do that with children. I
Absolutely.
love kids. I don't care. They're innocent. They don't have a choice
Right.
to who they're born to, you know? So
No,
yeah,
absolutely. And to be honest with you, like, here's the thing, right? I I somewhat understand the opposition of saying that, no one can speak bad on Melody. Well, guess what? Melody does. It's not that Melody doesn't do things bad, but she takes
yeah.
accountability. And so,
She absolutely does. And see,
and
that's
you know
my
what?
thing. Like
Right.
I admire. I have been watching Love American Huntsville since the very first season. I love Melody, um, because I don't think people are really looking at what happened. Like this man that she helped build up degraded her, put her and her children lives in danger behind
Absolutely.
this $3 whore. Like, can you imagine like this man that you have loved, you have built up, you don't pour into this man, all this stuff because he didn't come from nothing. He did not come
Right.
from anything. And so you build this man up because you see the
The
potential in him.
potential.
You love him in spite of, yeah, in spite of, the shit he came from. And then for him to get up because he done got his grill fixed and he got a little swag about him, he wanna go tap on this damn no count ass bitch. And don't even think enough to use protection. He putting my life
Right.
in danger. He put our kids' life in danger because it's during a pandemic or whatever. Like people are not grasping that.
Absolutely.
Or what-
And I
And
think
then
and I think
they have the nerve to like even say like, okay, well she already knew. How many of y'all knew that y'all men was messing up and y'all still, chose to stay or whatever and
absolutely.
try to work it out? So you
And I
cannot
think
fault that want to save
right.
her
And
family.
right. And to me, it's quite sad because it's just like the energy you giving this woman, you wouldn't give this energy to your damn self or anybody that you know. And
Exactly.
honestly, like I'm like this. If you've been and some people they do go a little too hard, but I think if you're on the
Yep.
screen, you get talked about. And
Exactly.
to me, and to me, if you don't want the smoke, then just get off of TV. And truly, I
Exactly.
look at it like this, right? I feel right what Coleslaw is saying that nobody should talk about her kids. I agree with that, right? Because kids are innocent. But however, when you say I'm gonna speak on men, I'm gonna speak on women, I'm gonna speak on children, I'm not saying that it's not fair that her kid
Right.
gets talked about. But she also
Hmm.
put that energy out of I'm gonna speak on men, I'm gonna speak on women, I'm gonna speak on kids. In the
Right.
words of Marcel, which he doesn't get quoted a lot, but when he said to Tisha, "You gave me the rules so I know how to play." She
Yep.
did that. So she can't complain about shit. And it's not right. Let me say that again on the record. It's not right. But she said that
Right.
shit.
Yep. And then that just shows how much of a man Martell is. Okay, I don't care how you feel about your children's mother. Um, who let somebody, sit around and disparage their children? You know what I'm saying? Like Martell is a piece of shit. He is a piece of shit. He really is. Like, who does that?
Yes,
However you feel
you're
about their mom is one thing or whatever. I don't even know how he feels away about their mom. She gave you an opportunity to save your marriage. You chose to go ahead and do what you wanted to do and be out here in the streets with these hoes. So she let you go.
yeah,
Melody loved Martell. I don't believe that Martell ever fully loved Mel. I just do not. I don't believe he looked cold neither. But I don't believe that he ever truly loved Mel, not the way that a man truly loves like a wife and the mother of their children. Um, and it's sad. All of his actions after the divorce and the separation and stuff show that he never cared about her. I don't care if y'all split up on bad terms or whatever. Who wants to cause like hell with their ex-wife, their child's mother, when they're the reason why the relationship ended the way it did? I don't believe Martell is capable of loving anybody. I do not. I
absolutely.
just don't.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And I think what people have to recognize is, and Dr. Phil said this, the way you love your parents out of your parents' account is different than the way you love your kids out your kids' account. And I think the reason why there's such a disconnect is because you may not love everything that person does, but that doesn't mean you don't love them. And I will say this on the
Right.
record. Even though we only see what we see on TV, I actually wish the whole cast well.
Yeah.
I really mean that. Now I know that it may seem in my 901 videos, my legendary 901 videos, by the way, and my legendary after shows that I go there. That's the
Yeah.
energy that they gave. In the words of Karen Hugo, I'm only judging what you're giving me. But do I sincerely want Marceau, Tisha, Kimmy, Maurice, Stormy, Courtney to be in a bad situation? Hell no. Are you kidding?
Right.
No. This is off of a show. But in the same token that I am recognizing that, y'all also need to recognize that this is what they are giving out in terms of energy.
Right.
This can't be no double standard shit, y'all. I'm recognizing
It's
that they're
like,
human
though,
beings,
to
but
me,
also too is what they do.
I don't wish ill will on right. I don't wish ill will on any of them, but this is my thing. If Mel had not brought the Scots on, where would they be? I'm so serious. Like, in the disregard and the acting as though Mel didn't do anything to help them to get where they are is crazy to me. Maybe because I'm built different, if somebody helps me out or whatever, I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm appreciative of that. I am gonna show my gratitude. Like, I thank you for helping me to get where I am. And the way that they behave as though male did nothing for them is, to me, is disrespectful. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, no, it really is. And like I said, I think for everybody's best mental health, it should end after season 7. Um,
I
and
agree.
listen, I know for OWN that's going to be difficult, but I think
Mhm.
OWN really could do a huge opportunity in terms of putting out a casting call for new talent and new shows.
Yeah,
Your
right.
network is not over just because a show is over. When American Idol left Fox, Fox is still running. American Idol's just
Mhm.
on ABC now.
Yeah,
The only way something will be over is by the energy you give to it. That's it.
right.
Because I bet you this much: if you put Swamp Talk on, if you put me on, if you put T Talk on, Sassy, if you put on some content creators with some of these social commentary shows and couple it with
Right.
some reality TV that's reflective of topics that are happening on YouTube and social media, you guys will be fine.
Right.
Just think about the black social media culture on TV, and that's the direction y'all should go.
Exactly.
And if you need me, just find me weeknights. Well, find me at 6 p.m. on my channel or 11 a.m. But either way, I'm available.
I
But y'all
think
also gonna
like
have to pay me my damn word.
listen, I think like that would be so dope, like a show with like content creators. I think that would be like dope, like to
This
I
child,
don't
the
know.
storylines are the storylines are already built in.
Right. I think that would like be a dope ass like show concept or whatever. Like to have like all the different content creators that cover different shows or whatever, like interact, or I don't know. I just feel like that would be dope. Because me, in my opinion, like I prefer to like look at the content creators versus like the show. Um, that's just my opinion, you know.
No, I fully agree. But I appreciate you for being a good sister, um, for being a good friend, and for just being a good soul. You know what I mean? And hopefully this will transpire things good that need to happen.
Exactly. You got any final thoughts?
Yeah, my final thoughts on this is thank you so much. I know that you are not the, like I always say, just because you're not being seen by everybody doesn't mean you're not being seen by somebody. And I
Right.
keep saying that you are going to be a legend out here for damn sure. Slow and steady wins the race. And second thing, look at the totality of somebody, not just a moment in time, guys. Real talk. And also, think about this: you get more flies with honey than vinegar. And the same energy that I have for being defensive about the people I love is the same energy I actually would have for you if you went through something.
Right.
And the reason why I am very selective on who I give energy to is because if you could take accountability and give me a shot when you could have gave me a shot, why should I give a fuck about you? That's not being
Mm.
rude. It's not being hateful. It's just me knowing that I don't have to give my best to people who don't deserve it. And Swamp Talk will tell you,
Mm-hmm.
she's been over to Virtual Tour Live. I defend and
Exactly.
I hold account everybody. And the same energy that I have to be pissed off about what's wrong, I will have the same energy to be pissed off about what's right and stand up for what's right. In the words of Congressman John Lewis, I cause good trouble. It's just bad trouble to y'all because y'all don't cause anything good in y'all life. That's my
Right.
final word. Love this one, talk. You know that.
All right, Braylon. And there it is. Braylon. I want to thank
Oh, I'm here.
each and
I'm
every
here.
one of you for being here with me tonight, with your people. I want to thank y'all for being here and engaging with me. Shout out Ella Dunn Calhoun coming on my panel for the very first time. Thank you for my little brother Braylon, who's always in support. I love him so much, or whatever. And y'all
Love
gonna
you right
stop
back.
coming for my part. Cause let me tell you something.
That part.
I don't play. I don't play by Braylon. I don't play by Chef Dundon or whatever. And baby, y'all don't want to see me because I don't have no chill pill. I actually do not. Like once you get me started, that's a wrap. I'm telling you. You better check my resume. But I thank each and every one of you. I hope you all enjoyed my commentary. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a swamp talk with Louisiana Chick. And we are getting out of here for tonight. Y'all be a blessing to someone else, encourage somebody else or whatever. And remember, always remember, whatever you're going through, it's always somebody out there that's going through worse than you.
Hashtag clock
And
that
that's a
T.
fact.
Amen.
All right. So, trouble don't last always. It does not. You need to start looking to the hills from whence your health come from. If God brings you to it, he'll bring you through it. And that's a fact. I'm telling you, you better take it from a G. All right, Braylon. Love you. Thank you for being
Love you
here,
right back. No
baby.
problem.
I have had a great night or whatever. And we are out of here. Good
Bye, everybody. Much love.
night.